The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Fast. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a refloater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope with your knowledge, a nigga is Paulo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, that's not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Fast. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father to Isfits, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Thanks. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
It's a movie.
All right, there you have it, y'all. The F.A.C.T.S anthem. F.A.C.T.S anthem featuring Sauce God, Survey, Red and Blue. All right. For my North Carolina family, you know what I'm talking about? Here we go. Coming to Charlotte. I'm saying, coming to get some hugs. Charlotte, I need the love. City, let's go.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Fast.
We in there.
It's a movie.
Y'all we pulling up. Instead of Black Friday, Black Friday. I'm talking about in the building. Hey up. I like the people.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Thanks.
Yeah, that part. So, without any further ado, I want to welcome you back to another monumental episode of Third Eye Thursdays. This is episode 146 featuring your brother, none other than the Red Pillar, reporting live and direct. Yeah, try to take my motherfucking page. How about that? I'm back off of punishment. They suspended me for, what was that? I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it with y'all so y'all can see how these people be on my neck. Pause. But we caught a strike. You know what I'm saying? Last week we caught a strike. They said that I was violating the terms. We was doing hate speech. So they took my page and shit, and I appealed it, and they rejected it. So you didn't get to see me promoting the lecture with A.A. RASHID. You didn't get to see me for last Third Eye Thursdays. We had a show planned for Wednesday that was fire. You didn't get to see that. And you didn't get to see me on my birthday, Monday. I had a whole fucking celebration planned.
To this day. To this day.
And we wasn't able to do that. And I'm still kind of tight about that, but you know, you live and you learn, don't you? You know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, it was a beautiful birthday or born day for that matter. It's my mother's birthday, is my born day. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't, you know, I was born that day. You know, she gave birth that day. So, you know, it was a beautiful day. Me and Blue Pillar, we turned a magical number 47. You know what I'm saying? We knocking on them doors and whatnot. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I hope that all of y'all looked as good when you reach 47.
To this day. To this day.
Let's go ahead and do the roll call and see who's in the building. And then we'll get to the conversation for tonight. You know what I'm saying? We'll get the conversation rolling and whatnot. But you know, it was a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and I have nothing but gratitude because, you feel me? My parents are still with me. My children love me. You know what I'm saying? You know, my lady loves me. What else can I ask for? You know what I'm saying? I still have my faculties. I'm still able to teach. I'm still relevant like Nas.
To this day. To this day.
Still relevant like Nas. You know? What can I say? I can't ask for too much more. You know what I mean? 47 Ronin. That's right. Nashville in the building. Shout out to Nashville.
To this day.
Salute to Nashville.
To this day.
Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nashville. Shout out to Harlem in the building. Shout out to Woodbridge, Virginia in the building. Shout out to Philly in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Portland in the building. Shout out to Flatbush in the building. Barbados in the building. Yeah, Capital Steez was definitely doing the knowledge on 47. I've been uploading some videos by my twin, Blue Pillar, on the channel. He's been going deep into the 47 as well. The Euclid, what was that? Euclid's problem with the 47 and everything. So, you know, the Masonic degrees. We getting there. It's getting real. You know what I'm saying? It's getting kind of hectic. Once you pass 44, the shit gets high level. You know what I'm saying? So I wish, especially for my melanated men out there, you know, don't get caught up in the hype of, you know, the negativity, or don't get caught up in you know, niggonometry where they try to shame you for reaching the milestone of 50. Don't ever in your life allow nobody to shame you for prospering and for reaching ripe old ages and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know, because that's what happens in the hood. They used to shame us. They made it seem like this is not where it's at. They made it seem like this ain't goals and whatnot. So I just want to, you know, remind y'all that making rotations around this planet and whatnot is something that's honorable. It gets greater later. There are gifts that get time released when you complete these cycles and whatnot. You know what I mean? The wisdom that you're able to accumulate in your later years is something that, you know, you can't buy off of Amazon Prime. You can't meditate it. You know what I mean? You can't manifest it and whatnot. It's something that's in the DNA. It's time released and whatnot. So, you know, keep your eyes on the prize, you know what I mean? And take care of yourself. You feel me? Definitely take care of yourself. You know, this temple, you only get one of these. Best I do or die in the motherfucking building.
To this day.
Yeah, that part.
To this day.
Greensboro. I hope to see you next Sunday in Greensboro I really do. I look forward to seeing my KT aliens and meeting y'all, you know, the same way that you got to meet me. You know what I mean? I said this yesterday. I had a birthday party. Shout out to America and all the beautiful people who came out to celebrate with me. The cake was banging. It was a vegan ice cream cake. You know, the shit was lit. Shout out to Sauce God. Shout out to Jefferson. If you in the building, you know, they pulled up and something happened, you know, as I was, you know, presented my cake and whatnot. Two things actually happened that I'm sharing with y'all because this is something that I would definitely recommend. I was able to get my flowers while I was still alive. You feel me? Like everybody that was at the party or the celebration was able to tell me something positive about how I impacted them in their lives. And to be honest with you, there was some faces in the crowd that I've never seen before. But the thing is that when you're on the internet, you know what I'm saying? People see you and you don't see them. It's a weird type of relationship that I have with people on the internet because you know, I bare my soul. You know what I'm saying? I've been on these platforms and whatnot, you know, being very transparent. Like I'm not a newscaster where I'm just giving you the news and I'm not giving you insights. I'm not introducing you to my family and you know, I try to keep some things private because I need something to live with. You know what I mean? Like I'm not toting my 2-year-old on the internet and throwing his ass on Instagram and all over the socials because I need to hold on to something sacred. You know what I'm talking about? But for the most part, like 60 to 70% of my private life, you know, my family members and all of that is on social media for everybody to go and look at and like and screenshot and all of that weird shit and whatnot. But it's like I never really get to see the people that I'm impacting. I don't know what it feels like. I don't even because I believe in quality of membership. So I know that every single person, especially if you listening to what I got to say, especially if you rocking with my frequency, like you got a superpower. You know what I'm talking about? You just not no regular degular and whatnot. So sometimes I feel cheated because it's like, damn, that person, you know what I mean? You know, we each one teach one, right? This is the village, this is the tribe. So we all have something to offer each other. So I get to cash out on, you know, my end of the bargain, maybe in 3 lifetimes from now. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely not going to be able to meet everybody in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back as a mosquito on you niggas if I don't get you now. Tampa, Florida in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Norfolk in the building. Journey in Mexico. Yes, New Mexico. Beautiful. North Kakalaka. ATL. Miami in the building. Chi-Town in the building. Tremont. BX up in this thing. PG. All right. Yes. The Elman Show. Peace. Is that the elder? Salute to you, King. Brooklyn. BK. Virgin Islands, St. Croix up in this bomba. Yo, Boston, Detroit, Memphis. Hard as in Memphis. 305, Mississippi, Flint Town, Clinton Hills. You know, I used to live in Clinton Hills, right? Shout out to Clinton Hills. Greensboro, 40th side of Vernon up in this thing. Shout out to Nas. Chicago, Illinois, Memphis, Sanford. Yeah, I'm talking about Texas. He said life is the reward. Yeah, life is definitely the reward. You know, have I seen B2? Oh, Black Panther 2? No. Leeds, UK. Shout out to Leeds. Blue Pill saw it though. Where's Scorpion King 2? Been in a slump musically. Shit, you ain't the only one. I just haven't been in album mode. I keep it a buck with you. Like I have a whole album that's finished and whatnot. I'm just not in album mode. And I'm gonna share something with you. Yeah, Scorpion King. Where's my album at? Scorpion King has aged very well. And I'm not just saying that because I did the album, but Scorpion, I was playing it last night in the whip when I was driving and shit. I had Sauce Guard with me, and he never heard the first album, so I was able to, give him a first time experience. And that album definitely aged very well. You know what I'm saying? Some people's projects don't age too well, but the Scorpion King, I did it in 2016, y'all, and we in 2022, and I could have dropped that shit yesterday, and it still would, you know what I mean? It would have did what it's supposed to do. Like it got it, it got that vibe to it. So I'm not in that type of mode though, to be honest with you, to drop an album, because this is my thing. Music is so forgetful these days. Music is so forgetful these days. It's like, what the fuck? We don't even remember shit. Like, I remember going crazy over Kendrick Lamar's album, and then that was it. You know what I'm talking about? Like every single album that I've listened to this year, I haven't really gone back to that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I really have. It hasn't even drawn me back to like play it again and again and again. KD3 was fire. That's the best. I think that might have been the best one out of the trilogy. Bridgeport in the building. All right. Rome, Georgia. Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, we deep up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Griffin, Georgia. Hold on. We got Hollywood, Palm Beach, Berman Veg, Louisville, Kentucky, Mon from Flatbush, you done know. Charlotte. I'm sending healing energy to everybody in Charlotte right now. I'm getting to somebody said, can you please get to the knowledge? Damn, what the fuck am I, a jukebox, my nigga? You know what I'm talking about? Where's your Cash App if you doing all of that, my nigga? Let me hear the motherfucking coins drop since you making requests. You know what I'm talking about? Toledo, Ohio. All right. Shout out to Toledo, Ohio in the building. Okay. Yes, King Disease is the truth. So it's like King Disease, I listened to that album, Grown Man Rap, mind you. We're gonna talk about 21 in a minute. We're gonna cook them up we're gonna fry them like fricassee, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask y'all some questions just to show you the hypocrisy of what these young niggas be saying and whatnot. But we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, King's Disease 3. In 2 weeks, if I'm still listening to that album, then we can have the conversation, because shit be hot for the moment, but it's not a lot of longevity in this music game. And I'm trying to figure that out, because I don't want to put all of this work into this project, drop this shit, and then it's forgotten about in a few fucking days, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I might as well, I'd rather just sit on the pause. I'd rather just keep it in the hard drive and figure this shit out, because I'm not making disposable music. That's not what I'm in this game for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that rap is not my first profession. You know what I mean? I don't have to drop the album. Like, I don't need to. I don't have no pressure from no label or nothing. So we got to make sure that that this shit is that it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? I can't do forgetful music. So I don't know. Yeah, the music don't have too much replay value. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, and y'all gonna probably judge me, but the fucking Future, his album, I Never Really Liked You, that had the most replay out of many albums that I've listened to this year. That shit had replay on it. I would be in the lounge playing that shit instead of the fucking I Want to Hug a Tree and Save the Whales and whatnot. Like, that shit ain't hitting for me, But yeah, I got KD in slow and heavy rotation. I was listening to Hitler 10. Hitler Wears Hermes. They call it H10. They actually calling that shit 10. That's West Side Gun's album, for y'all that don't understand what I'm talking about with rap. And it just shows you, look at the glaring hypocrisy that takes place in this music industry. A whole artist dropped a motherfucking album called Hitler Wears Hermes Part 10, niggas, meaning he had 9 parts before that. He got interviewed by Peter Rosenberg, and he got favorable reviews from Rolling Stone. All of these people who have went DEFCON 2 on Dave Chappelle, Kyrie, and my nigga Kanye. But this nigga dropped an album called Hitler Wears Hermes, and nobody had nothing to say about it. Not to say that they should have something, because in this game of chess, I want them niggas to keep checkmating themselves, because they keep jumping out the window and hanging themselves. So I'm like, I wanted them to jump out and hang themselves by attacking that album in this climate, right? That's why when Westside Gunn put the album out, he had to just name it 10. Yeah, they got AA on the album, on the intro, right? He had to name the shit. He had to, when he was doing the press run, he couldn't even mention the word Hitler because it's kind of hot right now. However, it's still wild hypocritical that they pick and choose. It's selective outrage on their end, right? It's not even warranted in some situations. It's selective outrage because they pick and choose who they want to beef with. You know what I mean? They could have found a way. If they found a way to say that Kyrie was wrong for retweeting some shit, then please believe they would have found a way to make a motherfucking dust up about somebody naming their album Hitler Wears Hermes. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want that smoke, so they didn't fuck with the God. And if they do fuck with the God, just remember you heard it here first. You know what I mean? But that album came out about 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago. It got a little bit of, it got some replay value, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not even listening to that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I got that in heavy rotation. You know, I be when I do like my reels and shit on Instagram, I make sure to put a song that he got the intro. It's not even a song, he's just talking. You know, I make sure to put his intro in my videos so I could get him some motherfucking publishing. You know what I mean? I'm get the OG some publishing checks. You know what I'm talking about? You know? He needs to do an audio book. Yeah. Mentioning AA, man, I don't know where y'all was at. We had people in the building. Shout out to all of my KTLians. But on Sunday that just passed, me and the God, on November 13th, me and the God, we did a powerful masterclass on KTL University /Zoom. Shit was fire. You feel me? This one was really a treat for my artisans, right? My creators that are out there, man, like you know, videographers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My videographers, my producers, you know, all of the artists, everybody that considers themselves an artisan, fashion designers and shit like that. We was laying it down. The brother AA was giving up a lot of game and shit like that. I had a slide presentation. And yeah, it was fire. So shout out to everybody that pulled up. The replay is available. I believe it was about 4 hours and whatnot. And yeah, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that. The fact that I was able to teach on my birthday, you know, because that's really what matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to do the things that I love, and I love teaching. I don't get excited about a lot of other things these days. I don't know if that's coming with the age and whatnot, but I do not get excited the way I used to. You know what I mean? I do not get excited the way. Best song of the year, Ampu, Sleeping God. Yeah, Ampu's definitely the best new artist, I would say, of the year, of this year. He definitely has my vote for that. You know what I'm saying? He did his damn thing. You know, there's a lot of new. It's some things out here. I could listen to Ampu's album, has good replay value. That's one album that I could say has good replay value. You know what I'm saying? Best verse of the year, definitely Ice Spice.
To this day. To this day.
Thought I was feeling you. That nigga's a munch. You thought I was feeling you. What?
To this day. To this day.
Yeah, that's the verse of the year right there. Shit. I don't care what nobody say. What do you think about Joey Badass's album? To be honest with you, if y'all want us to do album reviews on this channel, give me some love in the chat, man. Let me know if y'all want us to start doing album reviews and shit, because I think that's a good look. I think that's something that's a void that could be filled in this community and whatnot. That's something that I don't see. And we can't rely on my opening monologue or people to just say niggas' names in passing and whatnot, because there's 400 people on the live right now. Just by me saying Ampoo's name is going to get him hits. It's going to help his streams and whatnot, because people don't know, they probably heard of this the first time. So it's like, you're almost, you played a role as a connoisseur and whatnot, and you also play the role of a kingmaker when you have these platforms, because you could break artists. You feel me? So I want to focus on breaking artists. I want to focus on breaking artists. I definitely want to focus on that, because these artists are putting out albums and they're being forgotten because we haven't built up a industry inside this community. What y'all be doing? That's what I be wanting. What the fuck do y'all be doing in this community that y'all not filling in these voids? Let me know. Is it y'all doing a lot of hotepping? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it too much meditation going on? Is it paralysis of analysis? Is it mental masturbation? After you masturbate, you go to sleep? Like, what the fuck do they be doing in this community that all of the lanes are not filled up these days? Everybody can't make CMOS.
To this day. To this day.
The same way that every nigga can't cut hair. Y'all got to get up off the block. Let the block breathe, my nigga. One haircut in a one barbershop in a 1 mile radius. You niggas is stacked on top of each other, bro. Like, it's too much. So in this community, we got to let the CMOS breathe. Everybody can't do massages, readings, and whatnot. All of you niggas can't be on tarot cards. We need somebody in this community to do conscious album reviews. Okay? It gotta be somebody out there with nothing to do. Like, please holler at me. You need my email? No, matter of fact, send me a Cash App. Put your email in the motherfucking description. My Gmail don't work no more. You know what I mean? We're going right through Cash App. That's the best way to reach out. You don't need to rap. Yeah, everybody can rap. We just need reviews. You got ears, right? Niggas got ears. You know what you like. Do the TikTok dance if the song is lit. If this shit got motion to it, start dancing. And if the album sucks, say it. Say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to meet no more new rappers in this community. It's not right now. I want to focus on the ones that I do know. If you hot like that, nigga, I'll hear about you. You know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of roses that grow out of the concrete, nigga. Come up. Make your name buzzing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fly through this bitch like Namor. You know what I mean? Like, start flapping the wings on your fucking ankles and fly through this shit. You don't email me, bro. I just dropped this new album and da-da-da-da-da. We haven't set it up to where we're doing album reviews. I want to give everybody their fair share. You know what I mean? I want to give everybody their fair share. We'll get you the review so you really could find out what your shit hitting for. Yeah, Pride by Prada is nice. Yeah, he gonna be on your next album. That's what's up. Send me the finder's fee though. How about that?
To this day.
You see how that shit works? You be introducing niggas and y'all wind up going to make a classic, and 10 years later from now, when you niggas is doing your motherfucking Grammy speech, you be like, damn, what was his name that introduced me to you? Shit, I'm trying to remember this nigga's name, and they start playing the Grammy music and you don't give me my props. Yeah, just send me the finder's fee. You know what I'm talking about? Just send the finder's fee. That's why people they be dumping on the small hats, but the small hats, they figured some shit out. They turned this shit into a business. You know what I mean? There's one thing that I could say. You know, we could judge them and critique them, but they make sure that every time, don't nothing go past them without a motherfucking without some business attached to it. Because right now, at this stage in the game, we are in a multi-billion-dollar, almost $1 trillion business space or marketplace for that matter. You understand? Know your worth and your value. Stop playing with poverty consciousness. It'll get you nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? It'll get you nowhere, but being penniless and dying penniless. You don't want that fate. So whatever spells that you may have on you dealing with poverty and that shit being okay, please, my genius, shake that shit off because it's not okay. You live in abundance. Claim that shit. Don't apologize for your motherfucking greatness. We kings. We kings out here, nigga.
We kings. Nigga, we kings. You know that. Nigga, we kings up in this bitch. Nigga, we kings.
Yeah, big Kang energy, that part. You know? That new 13 hit. Yeah, like I said, Ampu did his thing. I'm very proud of that man. You know what I'm saying? The growth, I definitely see the growth. He grew exponentially in the span of a year. And of course, you know, the GOAT and this bitch is Qabalah. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of my favorite, one of my top 5 and whatnot, hands down. You know, he's an alien. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he's working on, I'm looking forward to hearing that. There's also Sarak, who's also an alien, who's also in my top 5. You know, she's the full package, stage show, you know, flow, hooks, you name it, she got it. You know what I mean? Nisha Nice, you know what I mean? So ill you had to say it twice. She's a fucking problem out of Atlanta, superstar. Whatchamacallit? Lizzie Jeff, you know what I'm talking about? The motherfucking truth. Shout out to Lizzie Jeff, a born star, a mega star. She'll be a household name in a few years, mark my word. LSD is a classic. All of that all them Cam albums. Yeah, LSD is definitely a classic. DMT album is a classic too, but I think that he gets better album by album. If you ask me, you know. I'll be the Philly. They working on bringing me out there. I passed through there real quick. And them cash apps is coming in. Yeah, send that birthday love. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't putting no pressure on nobody, but you know, you can come up with what, $2 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm a cheap date, but I ain't asking for much. You know, I just know that we vote with our dollars where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We don't just say that I love you. We got to show that shit. You know what I mean? You know, tat it on your face so I know it's real. That's what your boy Drake said. You know what I'm saying? Tat it on your face so I know it's real. So let's have this conversation about 21 Savage real quick, saying that Nas is not relevant. And I used this analogy last night because people they're not being honest about that conversation and why they're not basically, you know, throwing this nigga under the bus and out the window and off the project roof. So let me ask you this question for everybody in the building. If Jay-Z came out, let's say that Elliot Wilson, what's this nigga name from the Rap Radar, whoever, you know, your boy. Let's say that let's say Jay was being interviewed by one of these podcasts, or he was being interviewed by Elliot, or he was being interviewed by anybody that was considered to be refutable, and he says, yeah, Nas is not relevant, right? Niggas would be like, How, Sway? You hating. You hating, right? You hating. West Side Boogie, not West Side Gun. Who the fuck is that? I know West Side Gun, bro. I know what West Side. You confused about what this channel is about. Oh, okay. Stick around. Look what Stacy said. I'm confused as fuck. What is this channel about? What did you hear it was about? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me. I'm interested. What did you thought you was gonna see some nipple or something? What you think this was? Let me know. But anyway, as we continue, get at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, and I'll get at you. But in the interim, so if Jay said that he wasn't relevant, niggas will laugh him off the stage. If J. Cole said that Nas wasn't relevant, right? They will laugh him off the stage, right? Right. Nas isn't relevant because he don't rap about killing and gangbanging. It's blasphemy. This is blasphemy. Like, this needs to be addressed because we can't let no shit like that. 21, can you do something for me? This is the same nigga that's saying something when he got a whole grown man saying 21, can you do something for me? 21. Tell them pussy ass. Like, come on, my nigga. You with the metrosexual of the year on the you niggas got the metrosexual hit of the year. Do you know that Drake makes fluid music? You gotta watch these artists, my nigga. Drake makes music. He's mastered the art of creating fluid music. You know what I mean? His music is for fluid niggas. Like, his girls could sing it, lip sync it, but the dudes with broken wrists could do the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? His music is so ambiguous that anybody could sing it to the next person. So he makes music that dudes in the and you know, niggas is out there what's his name? Santana? What's his name? Not Carlos Santana, the other Santana. You know what I'm talking about? Bussy Santana. He making music for them niggas. He said, I'm making music for the women's, but then I think somewhere down the line, he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make some music for the Rainbow Coalition because his music is ambiguous, fluid. He makes fluid music. Is not Saucy Santana, saucy, not Sauce God, but Saucy Santana. Yeah, he's making music for that nigga right there, and the likes of his following, because the music is fluid. It could be, it's malleable. You know what I mean? His one-liners, his captions, his hooks, his bridges is all fluid, right? Going back to the dance album that he just dropped. And in this album right here is super fucking sassy. You know how they got trap rap, gangster rap, drill rap? Well, why you niggas is, you know what I mean? Why y'all ashamed to say that they're sassy rap? You know what I'm talking about? This is the king of sassy rap right here. This nigga's the king of sassy rap because he giving niggas, yeah, he's giving niggas that sassiness. You know what I'm talking about? 21. Can you do something for me? So, if any lyricist were to come out and say that Nas is not relevant, they would be laughed off of the stage, especially right now, right? Especially right now when Nas has basically dropped the third album in a trilogy, and what some are saying is his best trilogy or the best trilogy run in hip-hop. They lining that shit up next to the Blueprint 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm talking about? They lining it up, right? Saying that the Blueprint trilogy and the KD, the King's Disease trilogy, which one is better? But anyway, right? How could any artist fix themselves to say or have the audacity to say that a man who came out in 1991 and he just dropped the third project to a trilogy in 2022, a man, an artist who just got off of a world tour, right? Maybe a US tour. I don't know if them niggas was in the UK, but I know that I seen his ass on the motherfucking stage this summer in Atlanta rocking out. You know what I'm talking about? He just got off a tour with Wu-Tang. He just dropped the third album in a trilogy, right? He found a producer who they work very well together. Hit Boy's production is top tier right now. You feel me? It's top tier. A legend, a legacy artist is always relevant. 21. A legacy artist is always relevant. You don't lose relevancy when you legendary in your legacy. That was a fatal flaw. That was a huge mishap. Niggas get on a Clubhouse and just start bumping their gums, talking about anything. And I'm like, family, you know, just based off of your last few months on Club, you need to deactivate your account, my nigga. Yeah, that's like saying Snoop is not relevant. See, this is the thing, and I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I'm going to hit you with this, because we could go a little bit deeper, but I'm going to just share this real quick. You understand? When they put the documentary out on what the fuck Nasir Jones was doing behind the scenes with technology, see, a lot of people who only, you know, like I'm a fan for real. Like when I'm into artists, I find out a lot of shit about them. Like Nas has been in the background quietly killing these niggas, right? In the tech space. He's an angel investor on a motherfucking Ring camera. He's an angel investor on Lyft. He's an early investor on Lyft, my niggas. So when Nas, the same way that they dropped like the Genius documentary on Kendrick, on Ye, when Nas documentary or whenever that story comes out, right, for you young niggas who was born after Y2K, right? Shout out to y'all, you wet behind the ears youngsters, right? Y'all get hyped because y'all like to D-ride, you know what I'm saying? They you know, I'm not dissing nobody, I'm just saying, you know, the young generation, it seems like y'all like to get stunted on, you know what I mean? Y'all like jewelry dangling in your face type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you like niggas hovering over you type shit, you know what I'm talking about? That's the type of shit that gets y'all lit, you know what I mean? You need that pressure, huh? You know what I mean? Pause. Y'all be needing that pressure. Y'all need steppers to step on y'all. But when that documentary come out, because we know that y'all move for the tech shit, right? Y'all on, you know, y'all Stephen Jobs babies and whatnot. So when you see what he been doing in the tech space, a space that is respected, you know what I mean? It's either the tech space or you find out Nas had 20 bodies and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's either or. It's either or. If you find out that he was spinning the block and killing niggas, you be like, I like this nigga even more. Or if you find out that he has some sound investments and whatnot, and he was a smart angel investor, and he was doing shit that your favorite fucking drill rapper is not doing, then hopefully when you hear about it, you'll reach a level of maturity in your life where you're like, that's some grown man shit. And I respect the way that he was moving and not being braggadocio about it, because anybody knows who's tapping in. Yeah, he's an early adopter on fucking Coinbase, right? He's an early adopter on Coinbase. Don't judge him, okay? Don't judge him. He's just putting his money where he thinks it's going to grow, right? So anybody that had a run, you know, you don't talk about your run while you're having it. I'm not doing an interview. I'm not doing a podcast while I'm having a fucking crack flow, a 86 crack flow run. I'm keeping all of this shit to myself. I talk about my wins later on down the line. You don't talk about your wins when you're winning. Because 8 times out of 10, then your winning streak is gonna start slowing down because you spoke on it. You speak on your shit after you motherfucking secure the bag, right? Once you cross the billionaire line, maybe, you know what I mean? Or once you say, I'm on to some other shit, I'll give you niggas the sauce in the interview. But for the real researchers, for my real fans, y'all know what the fuck I'm doing and what I'm running up. My nigga, he is in the background running up humongous bags the right way. He's doing everything right. You know what I'm talking about? Why these niggas is getting Ricos and whatnot and deported and all of this stupid shit going on, Nas is doing it the right way. He's not necessarily, his fortune is not off of spirits, right? Liquor. His fortune is not off of, you know, anything that's doing any harm to the next man and shit like that. You know, he's an investor on the Ring camera. Shit like that. Lyft, nigga. Lyft ain't hurt nobody. So I just want to share that, you know, those talking points. Yeah, he was on Audius. I just want to share that, you know what I mean? Because once again, this culture is very reactionary and whatnot. But I'm glad that 21 said that, because he's gonna get put in his place. And with Nas, yo, I promise you, I did not touch the motherfucking pad. That shit went by itself, bro. I got a ghost in the machine working for me, nigga. But anyway, Nas, if I were Nas, this is how you really body this shit and put these niggas in the box. Because 21's rhetoric says, oh, Nas not being relevant means either he's not doing music with the young niggas, whatever the fuck that means, or young niggas is not talking about Nas. Young niggas don't talk about Nas and don't talk about me either. I don't want to be in a conversation with young niggas with face tats and, you know, that are at a fucking level in their life where they're not even grown yet. You don't need to be, you know, when you start talking about me, when you start talking about a Nas, when you start talking about a Black Star or a Mos Def, you know, that just is a telltale sign of your musical maturity in life, and the fact that you're, you know, that you're vibrating on a certain frequency in these lyrics and these experiences. Even the beats, my nigga, will speak to you. If you travel a little bit, get off your fucking block, my nigga, your taste will begin to open up and you'll appreciate what real musicians have to offer. But if you in a trap, if you at the stove all day, my nigga, if you serving junkies and J's, my nigga, if you on a fucking pole, my genius, if you out there touching toes and shit, yeah, there's one fucking frequency that your ass is stuck in. And you will never know who the fuck we are. You know what I mean? You'll walk by us every day. You'll never know who the fuck we are. You know what I'm saying? We won't be relevant. And I'm cool with that. You dig? I'm cool with that. Kodak bigged up Nas. Yeah, because Kodak is a fucking lyricist. You don't diss the lyricist, bro. He's a teether. Yeah, Kodak with his non-FBA ass. That's non-FBA babble. That's non-FBA babble. So this how Nas really kills him. The next album, don't even put an album out. Put a mixtape out. Go and get, fuck that, not DJ Drama. Go and get Clue, nigga. Take it really back to the motherfucking essence. And go get all of these young spitters and whatnot and do the mixtape. Shut that nigga up. Shut that nigga up, because he represents the ignorance of a lot of these young niggas who just finished peeing the bed. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas just finished peeing the bed, bro. You just pulled your pants up like a month ago. You just bought a belt, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You just bought a belt. You got a long ways to go. You got a long ways to go. Humble yourself. You should humble yourself, apologize to that man, and ask him, can you sit in on a fucking few studio sessions so you could turn that nursery rhyme into some real fucking bars? How about that? 21, pussy. Cause that shit that you spitting, bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's Siri rap, that's Alexa rap. Alexa, what rhymes with cat? Bat? All right, let me put that in the rhyme. Like, nigga, your shit is not thoughtful. Okay? Shit is not thoughtful. If a 2-year-old could recite your shit, nigga, you don't got bars. Don't get cipher, don't get gas, nigga. It's called a nursery rhyme. That's why it's a fucking jingle. These niggas think that they lit because 3-year-olds is reciting they shit. No, nigga, you are the new Dr. Seuss. How about that? You making jingles. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is making jingles. Bojangles. So, you know, that's my part when it comes to that. Like, we ain't finna do all that. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I kept it very respectful with my guy 21 because, to be honest with you, you know, I think underneath the tats and whatnot, it's a knife. I think that's a young wise man, you know? And he's one of them niggas who dumb. He plays dumb. He's that nigga right there. You know what I mean? I wish he would just, you know, express himself how he really is. His father's intelligent. His father's in the conscious community. How about that? So there go them niggas with them father issues, trying to disrespect the older generation because of the fact that you not clicked in with your pops like that. But his father is sharp. You know what I mean? His pops is sharp. He was on the Breakfast Club. He's into the holistic shit. His father, his poopa. You know what I mean? He don't come from no bad stock. He don't come from no bad stock. And that nigga is straight up, I feel that he's more intellectual than he puts on. I think he speaks with a British accent. I think that nigga speaks the Queen's English. Then he get around zone 3 and whatnot, and he start sounding like fucking Rich Homie Quan. You know what I mean? Like, he start sounding like them niggas that sound like it hurts to talk. Like, damn, are you thinking of what to say, nigga? Because you sound like it hurts, nigga. It sounds like it hurts. You know what I mean? Like, you really struggling to get regular words out, my nigga. No offense. No, you know, okay. 21 grew up on Dr. York's compound. Oh, you know, he's a sellout like the rest. He's the British UK. He's not American. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Noble, you just hit the state of Colorado for 100 million. My nigga, that's what I'm talking about. Islam. You see my Cash App though, right? Yeah, send me 100 racks. You know what I'm talking about? Send me 100 racks. That shit'll go right through too, because we did it already. Send 100. Send a hundo. You know what I mean? Islam. I think Noble Drew Ali would have wanted you to do that. You know what I mean? Fund the gods. Talking on that part, you know, or you know, fuck it. Yeah, a little measly stack, you know what I'm saying? A little measly stack. That ain't, you know. You just got 100 million though. That's really nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? Little Stackington, you know what I'm saying? You know, blow that at the bookstore. How about that? You know what's coming. That's right, Noble. Let me put you up there. That's like, here you go. Everybody see that, right? Noble Atumbe. You said that it's coming. I'll let y'all know when it arrives, everybody. Noble said that it's coming. We're gonna let you know when it gets here. You know. But yeah, let's stop the blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? I know the 21 speaks for a lot of you niggas out there. Let's stop the blasphemy, because you're not getting away with just talking out the side of your neck. We in a new day and age. Like we making this shit cool to be smart. You know what I'm talking about? We making it cool to be intelligent. We making it cool to be your motherfucking self. No more dumbing yourself down to try to be cool around these dumbass niggas. You know what I mean? That's not the move anymore. Too many people have suffered. It's too many wise men behind bars and shit like that serving long terms because they went ahead and played a hand that was not even made for them, trying to be down ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Get wits, wannabes. You know what I'm talking about? You know, bandwagon ass niggas. And you got caught up and trapped up, and now you in purgatory, or you in the grave, or you in a jammed up situation. Niggas is all cased up and whatnot, running behind knuckle draggers, right? It don't make fucking sense. The streets don't love you. These knuckleheads don't love you. These knuckle draggers don't got nothing for you. They don't stand for much. They got wobbly knees. They don't got Meg knees. They don't have Meg the Stallion knees. They don't stand for shit. And they're not even 10 toes down into the shit that they say that they into. Streets don't love you. These broads don't love you. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody loves you. So we need to be really reassessing the shit that we're putting it all on the line for. Real talk, man. It just gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is disgusting. What took place in North Carolina with that beautiful sister, right? That shit was horrific. Okay, and we're gonna touch on that in a minute and whatnot, because you know it needs to be spoken to. It needs to be spoken to. You know, got to watch out for your circles and whatnot. This month of Scorpio, or this month of November is the deadliest month ever for rappers. Okay, if you niggas are rappers, you stay in your house until December. You know what I mean? Because rappers die wholesale in November. You know what I'm talking about? It's been happening for many, many years, but they done took down some giants in November. You feel me? They done took out some giants. The Nipsey Hussle documentary is gonna be dope. Yeah, I seen a clip of that. That looked like a little, you know, that look a little, yeah, the goddess that took the trip. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the goddess who took the trip and her friends killed her. You feel me? Today is Dolph's day, right? Yes, rise and power to Dolph. The shit broke my heart when he died, when he got murdered, when he got assassinated last year this time. I remember I was coming from Savannah. We filmed for the Tariq Nasheed documentary. They flew us to Savannah. I'm in the airport and shit. And I get the text and I'm like, wait, what? Nah, I refresh my phone like, nah, this shit crazy. I don't, that's not, because I know that they've been coming after Dolph for a minute now. I'm like, damn, there's some old news on my phone. Sure enough, it was some new ass news, and they killed the guard. You know what I mean? They assassinated him, 22 shots. You feel me? And yeah, from some hoe ass niggas. You know, Shanquilla, right? So when we do go to Charlotte next Friday, you know, we're gonna speak to a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we'll be able to either meet somebody from the family, or we'll be able to learn more about that story. But we going right into that storm, you know what I'm saying? And that energy and the Queen City is going to be, you know, different than what it was, because this story right here, it has Kanika Jenkins energy on it. You know what I mean? It is pulling on the heartstrings of a lot of people around the world. You know, the sister, this beautiful sister, I can imagine the horror and the discomfort and all of the things that were going through her mind. You know what I mean? Going into a whole nother, country to get lined up by your frenemies. Yeah, Dennis, salute to you for leaving that day. Salute to you. You know what I mean? That energy that's in Memphis, I don't think that it's conducive to anybody that's on their motherfucking path and whatnot. You know? So rising power to Dolph. You might even end this shit with 100 shots. That's my shit right there. You feel me? So that case, along with the Takeoff case, along with the Dolph case, along with the PNB Rock case, along with the Pop Smoke case, right? Think about all of these cases that I'm calling out, right? Think about all of these situations that I'm calling out, right? All of these Mode 3, right? Shot on the highway, right? Ran down and shot on the highway. Young Dolph on the way to the cookies to get for his mama. Ran down and shot up 22 times. Pop Smoke, right? Coming out the motherfucking shower and whatnot. They do a home invasion and they body him and whatnot, shoot him a stomach shot, right? PNB Rock sitting with his whiz at Roscoe's and whatnot. Niggas run down on him and body him. Trouble laying up with a shorty, you know what I'm saying? And the motherfucking the jealous boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend come in and, and he murks him, right? All of these situations have one recurring theme to it: the lack of security, right? They all have a recurring theme to it. This speaks to me specifically. I don't know how other people are interpreting the message, right? The message that they're seeing in all of these murders. The way that I'm seeing it, especially for hip hop, especially for hip hop artists and whatnot, your most important investment, bar none, before anything, is security. Nipsey Hussle shot in front of his store on Crenshaw, no security. Pop Smoke gunned down at his Airbnb, no security. XXXTentacion killed in his car on the way to get his buy a motorcycle, no security. Do you see a theme here? Right? Do you see a recurring theme here? Takeoff in Houston, out of bounds, not in his safe space, in a space with some niggas that he put his motherfucking trust in, right? No security.
To this day.
And I'm talking about trustworthy security. Motherfucker that will let that shit fly for you off the rip. Security, the bloodhound type of security. Motherfuckers that are psychic securities. The security guard who be sacrificing chickens when you know what I mean, or a security who's tapped into spirituality type shit, like Navy SEALs type of niggas, right? All of these situations that I'm speaking of, right? If they had that security with them who would let that shit go, right? I'm talking about a motherfucker, a sniper who could hit you from 3 blocks away type shit. You know what I mean? That nigga. Kevin Costner, nigga. The lack of security, the lack of a shooter, paid security, a fucking killer, right? When you reach this status in your life, when you have powerful enemies, right? When you got powerful enemies, when you a drill rapper and you got ops, when you a motherfucking rapper who niggas is jealous and envious of, shit like that. From this point on, if you're not paying attention to what the fuck is going on, right? Then you deserve everything that's coming to you. Your head is not on swivel. You're not focused. And to be honest with you, shout out to the FOI. I'm talking about killers with the blicky right now. I don't know if they carry the motherfucking Tech 9 on them or the motherfucking the H and the Heckler and Koch or the goddamn Draco. I'm talking about the security with the Draco. That's what I'm talking about. Niggas cannot come nowhere near you type shit. Yeah, Denzel and Man on Fire when he was on Dakota Fanning's ass. He was guarding her. That nigga was brutal. He was ruthless. That's the type of security, and I'm not even talking about for rap artists. Like, that's the type of security that you know, moving forward with a profile, you know, that I have in this community, and you know, I won't even appoint that to myself, because I don't feel like I gotta walk around with no security 24/7 type shit, because I'm not, you know, that's not the frequency that I'm attracting. However, public appearances, you know, places where there's strangers and shit like that, you know what I'm talking about? No, niggas, you got to get searched. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to take this shit a little bit more serious. You the motherfucking bag. You the investment. You know what I mean? Like, you the asset. If they got niggas pulling up on brink trucks and whatnot, and they blicky down, nigga, then that shit, you the brink truck, nigga, on Reeboks. You the brink trucks on wheels. They should be protecting you the same fucking way. You know what I mean? You are the investment. Like DJ Academic said, I'm the prize, nigga.
I'm the prize, nigga. I'm the prize, bitch. I'm the prize. You're not thinking big enough, bitch.
That part. So, like, no, nigga. You're not thinking big enough. Yeah, men that can't be bought. I want a Naya Bingy. I want Mad Max holding me down, nigga. Fucking Ninja Man. You know what I mean? I need a nigga with one eye, like Charleston White. Qabalah better than Nas. There you go. Putting niggas against each other like being wrestling and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I think Nas, you know, it's like we can't do who's better than. You feel me? Like, I don't compare Nas and Rakim because those are two different eras and whatnot. One precedes the other. Like, how could you say that man is better than that man if Qabalah was listening to Nas to get his inspiration? It don't make no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas love dog wrestling so much or cockfighting that everything's a fucking competition. And I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain people that I won't pit against each other because I know that certain people have been influenced by those same people. So it's like, nah, that don't work. You know what I mean? Like, Son is in his own fucking lane. You know what I mean? He did what he needed to do. He went to war. Nas had his battles throughout his career. It's proven. He's fucking certified. You know what I mean? Once the nigga certified, you don't have to do no more cockfighting. There is no more dog wrestling. You certified. You nice. You get your button, my nigga. You know what I mean? You in the mall. That's how we should be doing our legends and whatnot. You niggas want to put them out there like how they had Muhammad Ali as a fucking elder statesman getting knocked out and shit. Niggas put him in the ring as a fucking senior citizen. You know? We not finna do that. Yeah, that's like comparing Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. Nigga, Chris Brown never had a Michael Jackson moment. What is wrong? Who the fuck be making these analogies? Like, this nigga never even had a Michael. Do you know what a Michael Jackson moment is? That's once again, it's you niggas that was born after the Matrix came out. It's you niggas that was born after they canceled Arsenio Hall show. You didn't even see an original you didn't even see original Martin, nigga. And I'm taking advice from y'all. I'm taking niggas is like Nas is not relevant. Nigga. You didn't even go to the movie theater to see the fucking Wiz, my nigga. Like, you're lacking certain life experiences that even disqualify you from even like speaking on certain shit, nigga. Like, you came in the movie 3 hours into it.
What the fuck? Nigga! You didn't even see SpongeBob fucking Bill, nigga! In person, nigga! Nigga, what? You didn't even have a crush on Rudy from the Cosby Show, you bird ass nigga. Like, what?
To this day.
Niggas is weird to me, bro. Like, for real. You niggas is super weird. You don't even know who Cree Summers is, nigga.
To this day. To this day.
You niggas is out here giving your opinions. I'm good. You don't have context. You don't have a fucking reference point, nigga. You was watching BET for your movie selections. You didn't even go to Blockbuster. How about that, nigga? Nigga, you don't even know who Cree Summers is, nigga. You wasn't there when Lisa Bonet went full thought, nigga. You don't even know these things. How about that? You wasn't there when Lisa Bonet went full thottery. Wasn't even there. You didn't even put the gun to the screen on Duck Hunt, niggas. Like,
to this day.
What?
To this day.
What? You got an opinion? No offense to you niggas born after Y2K, but stop it, 5. Speak on Britney Spears, shit like that. Speak on fucking Soulja Boy. Like, that's Soulja Boy is your Nas, niggas. That's your Nas. You niggas is B2K offspring. Stop it. There was a fucking there was a size nigga. The Atlantis sunk. The planets, the Pangea, the shit split. The motherfucking continents drifted. Nigga, a lot of shit happened before you niggas was born. Between the time that Michael Jackson came out and Y2K. Like, what are you talking about? You from a whole nother era. Nigga. You don't even know what the fuck happened 5 months ago, let alone you trying to tell me about Nasty Nas, nigga, from 91? You didn't even, you don't even know what Gyromite. You didn't have the fucking, you didn't even have the robot with the spinning discs. You never played Scully, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't even double dutch. How about that? And you trying to talk to me about life? Come on, fam. Stop it, 5. Did you niggas huddle in the living room to watch Thriller? Huh? Did you niggas huddle in the living room in grandma's couch, nigga, to watch Thriller? Did you see the fucking, do you remember the VH box that it came in? Did you have to go behind a curtain to watch porn, nigga? In the fucking video store, nigga, like, we're not the same. How about that? Like, we are not the fucking same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not the same. Y'all different. We're not the fucking same. Like, I'm Gizmo, you're Stripe. You know what I'm saying? 2 different gremlins. We're not the fucking same. You was born out of Stripe's back. I was born out of Gizmo's back. You know what I mean? 2 different breeds of a fucking of a, you know, of a gremlin. So what are we doing? Yeah, you didn't see Pearl from 227. You didn't have a crush on, what was her name from 227? The real fast one. You wasn't on her body, nigga. You wasn't on Thelma's body from Good Times. Yeah, Jack A, nigga. You wasn't on Jack A, nigga. What are you talking about? How can we go on a Tinder date? You know, you wasn't even on Jack A. You like, Mom, like, who grew you up? You know what I'm saying? Like J-Lo. Nah, we can't relate. We can't relate. You don't even know what diva is. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't on Thelma's Body. You know what I mean? You wasn't there when Penny got burnt. You don't even know what diva is. The fuck? You know what I mean? You think a diva is who? Beyonce? Nah, you need help, ma. Thought I was feeling you?
Thought I was feeling you? Oh, man. Yeah, check, please. Fuck out of here.
Check, please. I'm out of here. That's why I'm glad I ain't dating. You know what I mean? Niggas are having the worst feelings I had. You trying to match wits with shorty from IG and whatnot. You know what I mean? You take it to fucking Applebee's. You know what I mean? You just trying to relate to her. And she don't know who the fuck Whitley is from a different world. Like, this bitch don't know who Dwayne Wayne is. She talking about Dwayne Wade. I'm like, Dwayne Wayne? She's like, oh, you mean Dwayne Wayne with the cute daughter? I'm like, oh, man, check, please. This bitch is an alien.
To this day.
What are we doing?
To this day.
She can't even finish the one-liners. You know what I mean? Hello? Yeah, honey? Yeah, I'm not coming home. Ever. Sell my shit. What movie is that from? I don't know. Something that Tyler Perry did? I'm going to the bathroom. I ain't even asking for the check. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm crawling out the window. I'm calling me an Uber, and I'm crawling out the window. 1 minute is going to come and pick me up because I'm out of here. Like, ma, you know what I'm saying? The fuck? You didn't even catch a live Def Comedy Jam episode. You was catching the fucking replay. You wasn't there for live Def Comedy. You didn't know Skinny Martin. You wasn't there pre-meltdown Martin. You didn't hear Robin Harris. You wasn't there the first time we all saw Robin Harris on Def Comedy Jams. Nigga. What are you talking about? Like, we're not the same. So for all of them niggas to be trying to stunt, talking about somebody's not relevant. No, nigga, you not relevant because you wasn't born in the 80s.
This day. To this day.
You know what I'm saying? You're living out our dream. How about that, niggas? You're living through our fucking dream. Okay? As much of a dreams and a nightmare it is, you niggas are still living through our dreams. Don't let me remind you doing the same fucking things that we were doing. You know what I'm saying? And you're not even doing it at a bigger level like that. Stop it, 5. I could go on. You know? I could go on. Niggas think you running around, you niggas, the whole shit is retro. You know what I mean? You don't even have the real fucking 3s, nigga. That retro is a bad copy. How about that? Walking around with your fucking remixed Jordans. Nigga, I got the original pairs. Like, it's different. Like, what you talking about? Like, the stitching is different. Stop it. Could we continue? Could we go on? Because I want to leave this one alone. You know? So, a little something, because we got to go back into some of the events that have been taking place because, you know, we wasn't here. Mine was blocked from, they had my account blocked and shit, but I'm back. And to be honest with you, let me do this. Let me put my email up here because this is my thing. I don't really care for YouTube too tough. Like I don't put my trust in these platforms because I know how they get down, you know what I mean? And I know that censorship is at an all-time high. But what I also know is for my birthday that I promised myself that I'm not going to be at the mercy of these platforms forever. I'm going to build my own shit because I'm seeing too many signs that are pointing me in a direction that says, you're going to learn the hard way. You know, we're giving you enough fucking signs to go and do your own thing. You know what I mean? You bigger than these niggas. Like, you don't need no YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They need you. So I'm going to put my email up there, and we have, you know, I'm looking for the app. I'm looking for the plugin where I can extract all of the emails from my subscribers, right? I haven't found that app. That's the most important thing to anybody on these platforms. If you know, like I know, you want everybody's email and phone number, right? That's the liquid gold in this whole situation, right? So anytime anybody reaches out, even when you send a Cash App, right? If you send a Cash App and you showing love, put your email or your phone number in it. You feel me? Put your email. Don't just give me your name. Give me a way to get in contact with you. Give me a way to reach out to you. Give me a way to remember you. You feel me? So if there's anybody that want to be a part of the newsletter, they want to join my email list, and you know that this channel has the possibility of not being here forever, you want to stay plugged in, even my Instagram, you know, these small hats, they doing their homework. You know what I'm talking about? They doing their homework. They know who the fuck is out there, and you know, they be marginalizing niggas. So email me some information until we figure this shit out, until I hack this motherfucking platform and extract all of the data that I need y'all contact. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pushing up on you. I need your motherfucking contact. Like, yeah, put it in my phone right now, that part. You know what I mean? So we could stay in touch, because I move around. I've been on many different platforms throughout my career. I'm not stuck on nothing. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I'm not, this shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Because I was on Black Planet, nigga, when I thought I thought that's where we was finna move in. I was pulling up on the trailer. I was ready to buy some property in that bitch, and I turned around and it was over with. You know what I mean? You know, it was over with. So we hopped on Facebook, and then that was lit for a minute. Then that was over. So one thing that I know about these platforms is that their longevity is not forever. You know, these shits come and go. So they're just pit stops on the journey that we're on until we get our own shit, you know, and that's a whole nother conversation. I don't even think that we're even ready to have that conversation, because, you know, this shit is not going to be cheap. And I'll be damned if I'm going to be funding a whole fucking media empire out of my back pocket. You know what I mean? This is going to be a group effort. You know what I mean? And if we don't collectively see that that's the most important thing in our community right now, then once again, I don't know what to say to you. You know what I mean? It's not my job to convince anybody of anything. I'm an observer, and I'm of the mind state that many people are watching this shit. And if we getting beat up by, you know, being slammed and being inundated and being bombarded and bombed on with all of these news reports, right? And sometimes, you know, we could avoid the schnapple, but then other times some of us get caught up in the blast. But for all of the bombs that are dropping, one of the main things that I'm walking away from this assault is like, yo, we need our own media. So we're not strong enough. We are not effective enough. We are not disruptive enough, right? We're still at the mercies of these people because we really are on their platform talking about them, right? So there's still a level of nut hanging that hasn't even taken place because we really haven't really stepped on in our own building, in our own house, on our own land. You know what I mean? Erected our own temples, stood up in the motherfucking temples, and then talk shit because we own those temples. That's what the future, the near future, is going to look like. Okay? That's what the future is going to look like. You know what I mean? But we're not ready for that right now. So we're still, working our way through social media and all of this fuck shit, these sites that these people own and whatnot. We got to watch what we say. You know what I mean? Every time I click on the app, I got to say a ashe to make sure that shit is not completely fucking taken, my page is not taken and shit like that. Because they be sending me all of these fake ass warning emails. And do you know your account has going to be terminated if you say 2 more things that we don't like type shit? Get the fuck out of here. I wish I would. You know what I'm talking about? You just gonna have to take me down, nigga. I wish I would. At this point, there's no backing down. I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. I can't fold my hand, nigga. I'm in too deep. So I don't have the it's a lot of niggas that have, you could turn your cart around. You could tuck your tail and go inside and whatnot. I don't have that luxury. My face card is good. You know what I mean? I'm in this bitch till the lights is out. So, I'm not intimidated. Especially when I know the technology is out there to build my own shit. I'm really not intimidated. I'm just like, what the fuck? It's time to go. It's time to build, So y'all hit that email. Send me the info. Send me your contacts. Email and phone number is preferred. You know what I mean? I don't need to know your height and your weight. This is not a dating site. You know what I'm saying? I just need your info so I could put you in my my Rolodex. You know what I'm saying? I got a master list of people and whatnot. I'll put you in my Rolodex and you'll be informed as to whatever's going on, when it's going on in real time. And you don't have to be part of the late, oh, I didn't know you were doing something, brother. Should have let me know. You should have been on my mailing list. You should have opened the email, my guy. Yeah. So this happened today.
Will be a top priority. We are releasing a report today that details what we have uncovered. We are also sending letters to the Biden administration officials and Biden family associates renewing our request for voluntary production of documents relevant to this investigation. This is an investigation of Joe Biden, the president of the United States, and why he lied to the American people about his knowledge and participation in his family's international business schemes. National security interests require the committee conduct investigation, and we will pursue all avenues that have long been ignored. Committee Republicans have uncovered evidence of federal crimes committed by and to the benefit of members of the president's family. These include conspiracy or defrauding the United States, wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act, violations of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, violations of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, tax evasion, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. The Biden family's business dealings implicate a wide range of criminality, from human trafficking to potential violations of the Constitution. In the 118th Congress, this committee will evaluate the status of Joe.
Hold on, God damn it. 11-11, 11-11, 11-11, y'all. 11-11. Yeah, no gunshots for 11-11. Sending love and sending light, you know what I'm saying, to every single person on the line tonight, in this month of Scorpio transformation. We send in the energy of transformation, of renewal. You feel me? And yeah, we honor and we have supreme love for our students, our KT aliens, for supporting us and holding us down. And I definitely want to say, for my birthday, my born day, for everybody that supported me and everybody that was there for us, who were voting with their dollars, y'all are the most, you were my gift for the year. You were the most important, reliable, sustainable group of people. And you kept the lights on and you kept us going and whatnot. And we couldn't be able to do this without you. So I just want to humbly say, from the bottom of my heart, that Ashe and, you know, continue to support, and we will continue to support and reciprocate and keep this thing going. Thank you. Thank you. That was my 11-11. Dang. Yeah, but let's continue with Joe Biden and company.
Joe Biden's relationship with his family's foreign partners and whether he is a president who is compromised or swayed by foreign dollars and influence. I want to be clear. This is an investigation of Joe Biden.
Of Joe Biden. Okay, so Joe Biden, right? Now that the Republicans is up in the motherfucking House, you know what I'm saying?
As such, this investigation will be a top priority. We are releasing a report today that details what we have uncovered.
They said that they're going to come after the Biden crime family. And to be honest with you, it's definitely about time. You know, prepare yourself, strap in, and buckle up. This is going to be one of the illest, quote unquote, presidential runs in a very long time. You know, Donald Trump just had a press conference and said that he wants to put drug dealers to death, right? This is going to be something that he's running on. I humbly feel like it's part of his shock and awe treatment. You know what I mean? The same way that he came in 2016 and he was like, yo, I'm gonna deport the Mexicans because most of them are criminals, and got everybody talking and in an uproar. You know, Trump, just like Ye and others, they know how to manipulate the media through shock and awe and saying statements that'll get people talking and shit like that, so they could start building their little house of cards on top of these statements. So I would go on record to say that, yeah, that's a crock of shit. You're not going to execute drug dealers. We're not in the motherfucking Philippines and whatnot. You're not Duarte. You know, you don't have that type of power. But you're talking to your base, and your base hates. They have nigga gripes, and that's code. That's straight code language that we're going to put these niggas in the motherfucking firing squad or in the chair. And they know that poor America, middle class America, trailer trash America, you know, white fragility America, not producing America, yeah, they're gonna go for that. You know what I mean? They could stand to see a few niggas fry in the motherfucking chair because, you know, they have a love-hate relationship with our culture, and we're in the midst of a culture war right now. I don't know if you realize it or if you're noticing it or if anybody told you, but we are at war. There is an intellectual war taking place, and there is a culture war taking place right in front of our faces. Okay, that whole shit that's going on with Ye, Kyrie, Dave Chappelle, that's a culture war, but that's also an intellectual war, which could double as a spiritual war. They're telling you to your face that, nigga, you not who you say you are. You what? You what? Nigga, you're not that. Fuck out of here. Matter of fact, suspend this nigga. You're not that. Hold on. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
The world, or at least wanting to control the world, they're actually... All those tropes about Jews controlling the world, or at least wanting to control the world, they're actually true. Our goal as Jewish people for the last 3,300 years, since the revelation at Sinai, has been to control the world.
And everything in the city is run by Jews. The shopping centers are owned by Jews. Both airlines are owned by a Jew. The banks are owned by Jews. The gas stations are owned by Jews. The whole downtown, everything is owned by these oligarchs. In fact, the governor now, on behalf of Ukraine, is one of these oligarchs. In fact, the governor now, on behalf of Ukraine, is one of these oligarchs. In fact, the governor now, on behalf of Ukraine, is one of these oligarchs. One of the other elements for the success of Judaism in Russia, even though he's not so popular right now in the United States, has been the friendship to the Jewish world of the president of Russia, which is Vladimir Putin.
You know what is? I'm a Jew, and my people, we're not hunters, we're furriers. You know? I mean, you see, the whole crew's laughing now about that, especially the guy over there who's Jewish, because he knows.
Shit is dragging, but yeah, that's your man's right there. Let's listen to them talk.
Because, you know, it's like, I can't kill the thing, but I can make you a nice lapel out of it.
Why don't you get into diamonds as well? How y'all in, as you would say, diamonds,
Furs? A movie business? What's the deal here? It's a monopoly? What? 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 Your people. My people. Yeah. Well, we own everything. I know. The media. How is that? Well, because we're the smart people. We're the Jews. You know, I mean, we screwed up in the Middle East. You know, I mean, and we did. I mean, I can speak about this because I mean, we're supposed to be the chosen people. We're supposed to be the chosen people. We're supposed to be the chosen people.
Another question is why? Why America needs Israel? In Israel there is no oil like in other Middle Eastern countries. There's nothing they can be attracted to. But why do they do all these things? Why do they invest money, bring white people and so on? When they build their system of white supremacy, just like in America they build in Israel. Why? And I can tell you why. Because the true Jews, according to the Bible, you can check it in the Bible, you can read Job 30 and some other places. They have never been white. They have been people of color. And they have not stopped in Ethiopia. They were in Ethiopia, Sudan, and they have settled in West Africa. From West Africa, they have been taken as slaves to America.
See, so many people know about our story, especially those, you know, in these regions, you know, like Eurasia, the Middle East, you know, I'm talking about, they know who we are and they know who's not who they say they are. This is a conversation that's never going to go away. If you really do the knowledge, this is a conversation that's been coming up since the 80s, before you niggas was born. You know, since the 90s, you know, Khalid Muhammad and was on Donahue holding it down. Yosef Ben Yakinen was inside of universities holding it down. You know, I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad. He was doing his thing, holding it down. Yahweh Ben Yahweh, he was in Miami holding it down. Like, this is not a new thing. You know what I'm talking about? This has been going down for a very long time. This is a new generation being exposed to the conversations that many were having for many, many years, right? It's not going anywhere. One of the things, 666, we got 666 in the building tonight. One of the things, or one of the quote unquote reasons why, you know, people are labeled these tropes, these titles, and to shame them and shit like that, and they punish and they whoop, like how they did Kyrie. They took them in the middle of the square and whatnot, stripped them down and whooped them in front of the people. They flogged them. You know what I'm talking about? They punished them. They broke them, buck breaking and whatnot. Is because they, and they say, oh, you know, you're inciting violence and stuff like that. The violence that's inciting is the truth. The truth is violence to them, right? The truth is the violence. The fact that they know that your motherfucking lights is about to get turned on, that's violence to them. That actually caused pain to them. Your suffering, though, is not violence. You crying, you shedding tears, when you are in the dark and whatnot, when you're marching and shit like that, and when you're going through your trauma, that's not violence to them. They're actually setting up to get, you know, they're feeding off of that. They're powering up off of that. They're drawing from that. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about, oh, when a black man or a melanated man or a black woman, Sandra Bland, you know, when one of us are lynched, right? Assassinated. They don't say, oh, it's getting dangerous. Feeling it is dangerous. We're feeling like we're at risk. No, because they know when it comes to those traumas, they got the playbook on how to put you to sleep and pacify you and actually kind of put you deeper in the sunken place than you were prior to that lynching and whatnot. Have you paid attention to how further down the rabbit hole, and I'm not talking about the Matrix rabbit hole, I'm talking about the sunken place rabbit hole, if you can, right? Because everybody don't have their faculties in order. If you can remember back to how you was feeling in January of 2012, right? A month before Trayvon Martin's situation took place, And then when you fast forward to how you was feeling in January 2013, he was like, damn, I'm feeling a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like, as a people. And then fast forward to January 2022, 2021, 2020. Like, yes, a lot of shit has been happening. And I can't necessarily say all of these situations have brought us further out of the sunken place. No, it's apparent as if niggas are sinking in quicksand. Every single of their psyops have been playing out on the subliminal subconsciousness of our people. Had got niggas voting Democratic more, got motherfuckers believing in the European more. The European came in with them tanks, and with that he militarized and started buck breaking niggas. Niggas started twerking in front of the tanks. Fear began to grip a group of the people in ways that it was not gripping them before. When they instilled this level of fear in both the adults and the motherfucking children, because they buck breaking the children with this fuck shit too, right? Niggas started getting sicker. The heart started failing a little bit more. The cancer started kicking up. The dialysis machine started popping up more. Motherfuckers start smoking crack again. Start shooting heroin, fentanyl overdoses. Shit went crazy. Because our people don't know how to cope. You know what I mean? Because we didn't utilize the option of war. There was only one way to go in certain situations. Drag that nigga Zimmerman out of his house 5,000 deep and just, you know, and violate him, super violate him, right? Or when the motherfucking tanks was pulling up, niggas went kamikaze. None of that happened. So instead of fight, niggas took flight. And then what is known as the Minneapolis effect started taking place, or the Ferguson effect. The same places that were the grounds where they were lynching our people turned into killing fields. Once the police withdrew, after they did their psyops and their little buck breaking and they flexed their muscle, they withdrew and niggas started killing each other right there on the spot. Okay? Go and Google the Minneapolis effect. Matter of fact, because, you know, Twitter fingers, you niggas might be a little tired right now. I'll Google it. As soon as I learn how to spell Minneapolis, I'll be there in a minute. I'm just playing. Boom. Now, this is a phenomenon, right? This is a phenomenon where Twitter is down. Shit, good. I don't fuck with Twitter like that. The Minneapolis effect. This is the phenomenon of cities with disengaged officers and higher levels of serious violent crimes have come to be called the Minneapolis effect, right? Let me see something. Let me see. Okay. On top of its other tragedies, 2022 saw the biggest surge in violent crime in decades. Right? How, Sway? You niggas was rocking Black Lives Matter t-shirts like it was going out of style. Little Baby made you niggas a fucking song and everything. Like, when did that come in? Because during the lockdown, the only crimes that was being committed was the PPP loans. Niggas wasn't out there drilling each other. You couldn't even go outside. After the George Floyd shit, right? Once them tanks went back to the precinct, that's when niggas start going crazy. Because they wasn't going crazy during that. They was fucking marching and trying to be, they was marching Luther King. You You know what I mean? Niggas was trying to be blackety black. They was trying to be, they was trying to be law-abiding, Black Lives Matter citizens, and they was being good. Niggas was on their best behavior. Homicides rose a projected 25 to 30% to over 20,000 dead. The FBI reports a precipitous increase in violent crime overall, with other sources saying shootings rose in particular, right? Pop Smoke gets killed in February, right? Drill music gets imported through the radio, right? It wasn't underground anymore. Pop Smoke was a pop artist. He turned pop when he got killed, right? When he got assassinated, he became a pop artist. They broadcasted drill music all through the fucking lockdown as a result of that, right? And I'm not saying that Pop Smoke is the ideal drill rapper that made you go out there and want to start killing niggas, because to be honest with you, he was flipping that shit to make it not as abrasive as it originally was, right? But with that came the other drill artists. That came the Favios, you know what I'm saying, the Blickies, and other shit started seeping through and whatnot. And it seemed as if the drill culture was a hypnotizing type of phenomenon where everybody became drill, right? Everybody started getting ops and whatnot, and they had to go on these missions to kill the ops during the lockdown, right? Motherfucking Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty type shit. You know what I mean? You running down with military weapons and you gunning your motherfucking ops down the same way that they do it in the video game, right? All of that happened during this time, okay? They wasn't talking about going to get justice for Pop Smoke, but everybody suddenly became a fucking driller. You know what I'm talking about? But the niggas that drilled him is still niggas eating Pizza Hut inside of they cell, but whatever. So, commentators have floated numerous explanations: COVID, lockdowns, the recession, drugs, gun sales, but they often don't acknowledge a role for the wave of anti-police protests that swept the country last summer following the killing of George Floyd, and the agitation to defund the police still gripping many cities. Law professor Paul Casso dubbed this connection the Minneapolis effect, paralleling the Ferguson effect that linked 2014's anti-police protests with a spike in homicides. This time around, the protests and policies response were magnified 100-fold as activists pushed and municipal leaders considered defunding police departments altogether. Now, they're trying to blame the rise in crime on defunding the police, and we know that that is not necessarily where that came from. That could be a factor, but that's a crock of shit. If you watch series like The Wire, you know that that was politically motivated and shit like that. They basically fell back so you niggas could start killing each other, and that got them not defunded, but refunded, right? And it also brought in new budgets and shit like that because, you know, it's all political. It's all political. Where's the offspring of capital Steve's in New York? Be more specific. Right? GT6 coming out soon, right? Yeah. Yeah, more murder, more homicide. You know? So let's check this out real quick, y'all. Another clip.
Black influence, okay? I'm gonna give you one simple example how powerful the black community in America is. Just retail spending power. That coin, that money is power. Now look at this. Right here on top of Google, the African American population, yes, historically held an extremely powerful position in the retail marketplace, excuse me. Look at this. You guys, the black community, known to drive trends across food, beauty, media, and more. Okay, this is just one aspect of Black power. Look at this. The reach, projected reach by 2024 is 1.8 trillion. That's a T, y'all. $1 trillion. $1.8 trillion. Part of this thread here, I stated that blacks in America, yes, African Americans, they can create or destroy any company in the United States of America if they wanted to, if they acted collectively. $1.8 trillion is no freaking joke. You agree?
So they got the nigga from North Korea, right? Kim Young talking to you niggas right here. You know what I'm talking about? They got the nigga from North Korea talking to you about how powerful, right? Or how much potential you possess. Because it's all about, it's really just potential because it hasn't been actualized.
To this day.
Hasn't been actualized. It's just on paper. Even with all of the shit that happened with George Floyd, I don't recall a successful boycott. Not the type of boycott that Rosa Parks and them was doing. You know, niggas didn't succeed in the Gucci protest or boycott. They didn't succeed in the H&M boycott. They didn't. I don't know any successful boycott that crippled a motherfucking company. Niggas is like, yeah, Nike is doing us wrong and so is Adidas. Boycott. Cat. Because if one of them motherfucking trucks pulled up and dumped a whole bunch of Kyries in the hood, niggas is going to be in some Nikes. And y'all still going to run out and get them $200 and $300 overpriced slave labor motherfucking sneakers and walk right past the black-owned kicks and make and come up with issues as to why you won't support them. Look, I got these they're a little older and whatnot, but you know, my footwear is a, you know what I'm saying, black owned. Not every single article, right? But to be honest with you, I wore a pair of sneakers for damn near 6 months before I got a new pair. I don't care. Like that's not, you feel me? That's not where my you know, it don't matter to me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to run around impressing nobody. Like, you know, that's not where I'm at with it. Like, I remember working in Harlem. I had holes in my shoes and shit. Like, it didn't really matter. I was on my grind and I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew that the impact was bigger than sneakers. You know? So I don't just talk it, I'm walking it. I'm supporting melanated vendors. I could do a Gucci, I could do a Nike and Adidas boycott because I'm not a label whore. You know what I mean? And I ain't running around I'm not living out my third childhood where I'm trying to impress niggas that don't give a fuck about me. Yeah, New Kings County on the way. Matter of fact, yeah, we got some pieces that I'm gonna show in a minute and whatnot. Thank you for bringing that up. It's our time. If this ain't the time, then I don't know if I'm ready, if I even have the patience to wait for the time that niggas is deciding, this is the time, this is it. Oh man, this is the time. I've had enough. Enough is enough. No, nigga. Y'all are so used to pain. Like, you niggas are like sadomasochists. You know what I'm talking about? How much pain do you need? It's our time. Like, what more pain? You niggas are, your threshold is crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Your threshold is crazy. How much more pain? How much more letdown? How many windows need to be open for niggas to start climbing through? That's what I'm saying. We're desensitized. We've been beat down. Let's tell you what up. We've been beat down. We've been stepped on. They got us numb at this at the end. We kind of numb. We kind of numb as a people, right? There's a numbing effect. So it's like we need real trauma. We need somebody to get clipped. That's why Blue said in the last video that he did yesterday that there is a sacrifice on the cross. You feel me? It's coming like your chicken, like that motherfucking turkey is coming out of the oven soon with that good stuffing. You know what I mean? They're preparing the sacrifice, and he's coming. It's the killing of the king. The killing of the king. And when that happens, what is going to happen in our community? You know what I mean? I'm not, and when the people react, I'm not running with that pact. Because once again, defense does not win the motherfucking ship. I'm not running with the reactionaries. I'm not chasing ambulances with these niggas because defense don't win the ring. I'm not on defense. I'm on offense. You know what I'm talking? I'm an offensive player. I'm an offensive nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I bomb first. I'm Tupac spitting at the reporters. I'm not even waiting for a crazy question. I'm just coming out the courtroom. You know what I mean? I'm violating first because I already know that you niggas is about to violate. I don't trust a people who only want to get busy because they sad or they emotions or they emotional or somebody hurt their fucking feelings. That ain't it. That's not it. If anybody knows chess, you know, they already figured out your moves when you move on defense. You've kind of been already figured out. They got the software right now. They can predict those moves. We got to start moving a little more proactive, right? So at the end of the day, it's time to begin to divest ourselves from middleman activity. And what do you mean by that? What I mean by middleman activity is, you know, once again, if you got love, you got to show it through your dollars, right? We vote with our dollars. If it's real, tatted on your face. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear. I don't do accolades. I don't do flattery. To me, that's all batteries, nigga. I'm a Tesla. You know what I'm talking about? I don't do flatteries. I don't do batteries. Niggas put batteries in your back. I ain't doing none of that shit. Batteries don't pay the bills, and my son can't eat batteries. He can't eat flattery either. Our people gotta utilize that trillion fucking dollars and make some shit happen. We gotta cripple some of these companies, and we gotta build up entities amongst us, companies and brands, to become billion-dollar, trillion-dollar motherfucking brands. People be like, I don't know if I want to invest in these companies because, you know, they don't got it all together. You bird-ass niggas. How the fuck do you think Apple became Apple? They got investments, nigga. Did you see their first prototypes? They didn't have it all together. That's what the fuck investments do. That's when you go public and you have these startups and whatnot. It's to work the kinks out. It's to get your fucking weight up. We're in America, my nigga. We're in a fucking capitalistic society. You don't know how this shit works by now? Niggas talk about we need financial literacy. Nigga, that's 101. And don't act like they didn't teach you how that shit worked. They didn't teach you the deep shit, but you know how the fucking capitalist system works. Stop playing. You know that you get funding. And you don't need the banks to fund you right now. The people could fucking fund you. Stop the bullshit. Niggas be waiting for, I'm not going to Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan to take care of me, nigga. Do the math. The people are the funding. Look, it's 670 people, right? If you ever wanted to get anything done, you got the numbers. $5 from 600 people is a lot of money, right? That's 3 racks. You could start there, build your shit up. Okay? And it's just little old measly me. Imagine the artist or the rappers or the entertainer. Imagine if some of the biggest names got together and they have a collective of 100,000 people. They have a collective of 200,000 people. They have a collective of 500,000 people. And they have their plans and they're serious and it's written out and nobody is smiling. No niggas is dancing. Nobody is jiving and shucking and doing the motherfucking Watusi that day. Niggas is standing on their square with their poker face. And they're like, yo, from everybody, we only need a $5 investment from you 500,000 of our quote unquote collective followers who want to see this dream come to fruition. As a matter of fact, we're going to match the money that you raise and whatnot. So when we raise $10 million, we're going to match that with our $10 million and make it 20. So y'all don't feel like this is us trying to jerk you and whatnot. No, we're going to use our motherfucking star power to build up some motherfucking energy. Some energy to get the ball rolling so we could, and did that involve middlemen? The only middleman that involved is the motherfucking payment processor. And until we get our own payment processor, you'll run it through a Cash App, a Zelle, or whatever the fuck that middleman is, right? Or somewhere DeFi and whatnot. But ultimately, yeah, you cut that the fuck out. But that's the only, but the middleman that's been in the way prior to that is the banks. You want to do a 501c3, you niggas got to give out a detailed report of every single nook and cranny of your business that they just take and clone. Stupid shit like that. You giving motherfuckers all of your information, your business plan, your client list, your bank. I mean, come on. I ain't into none of that. So if you don't do that, you shall perish. You understand? While you making excuses as to why you won't do something with your own. And I'm not even talking about with your own, like people that you don't agree with. I'm talking about people that, you know, that y'all kind of living the same lifestyles and whatnot. Well, yeah. Well, you know, I'm talking about grants, shit like that. You gotta give them a lot of your information whenever you try and get some bread from these people. You know what I mean? And they still don't give it to you. You know, it's a failing market. Who's following the SBF scandal, right? The shit with Sam Fried. This about to bring down a lot of players in the Democratic Party. Somebody finna come up missing it or murked and whatnot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of scandal. It's a lot of hands in that criminal organization that I just showed you that these people are investigating. Your man's in them, whole Biden in them, right? The second biggest donor to the Democratic Party, right? Sam Fried, who was over SBF, who was over in the Bahamas, right? And he had these shell corporations. He had an exchange, right? And he also had a company that was basically a kingmaker company where they were building up these motherfucking companies and adding value to them, right? They were fluffing up these companies, propping up these companies. They had this Alameda and whatnot, and they were able to create value out of midair. Yeah, it's definitely Madoff 2.0, right? It's big Madoff energy, right? They're able to create value out of companies out of the thin air, right? And then these companies basically go on to the exchanges and whatnot, and they get all of these investments. Make a long story short, this motherfucker lost $15 billion in 48 hours. I didn't see no memes the way that they dragged Kanye. I didn't see nobody clowning Sam. They just like, oh, he fucked up and everything, but nobody is dragging him. Nobody is clowning him. They're not making fun of him. They're not making fun of how funny this motherfucker looks. None of that. So this same Sam, right, Mr. Sam, right? I'm just gonna call Sam, right? His acronyms is SBF, right? He was the second largest donor to the Democratic Party. What is it about the Democratic Party and their large donors when it comes to issues with their morality? I just showed in the lecture that we did called Ye Are Gods. I did a segment in that lecture, right, where I was speaking about a very interesting person in Hollywood who was one of the biggest power players in Hollywood, right? Bigger than Ari Emanuel, whatever the fuck his name is, Ari Gold, Brahm Emanuel's brother. You know, he's a big player, the one who called the shots to get Kanye canceled everywhere. Harvey Weinstein was bigger than him, right? Harvey Weinstein was one of the biggest Democratic donors. I think he's second as well. George Soros, of course, would be the first of the biggest donors in that party. Jeff Epstein used to have his hand in that pot as well, right? So there's always been this, and I'm talking about donors to both the Republicans and the Democrats. We're talking about high-level crooks, right? High-level motherfucking crooks, robber baron type shit, right? Buying politicians with these super PACs and things of that nature, purchasing these motherfucking talking heads and things of that nature, buying these lobbying firms and lobbying, aka bribing these politicians to do the bidding. Young Sam was being paraded around Capitol Hill because Sam helped bailed out Luna, right? Approximately how many months ago on the last blood moon when Luna bottomed out, when the Luna crashed and whatnot. Here comes F.A.C.T.S and they saved him. So as a result of him saving that company, he became the darling of Wall Street and the darling of these quote unquote CNBC, Kramer, and all of these weird motherfuckers, right? So they had him on, they were calling him the next JP Morgan because JP Morgan bailed out the banks and whatnot when they went down and shit like that before they created the Federal Reserve. So that's how he cut his teeth, and he came because he had all of this liquid because of all of the industries that he was a robber baron in. So now with the quote unquote with Sam running around, and what he was doing on Capitol Hill is he was pushing for regulation, but the regulation that he was pushing for was a regulation that he was basically had a lot of his fingerprints and his digital footprints in, because he was the one that, this is a fucking Scooby-Doo episode, my niggas. He was the one who was helping Janet Yeller, all of these old fucking hags and shit that are trying to regulate the crypto market. But when they say regulate the crypto market, they're also trying to, Nancy Pelosi and her husband, you know how they get when it comes to the stocks and the crypto. Like, they're fucking sharks, my nigga. Like, they trying to get all of the chips. You know what I'm talking about? They out there. So this same company, right, had Larry David, Shaquille O'Neal, Ho-Ass Shaq, Tom and Gazelle, right? So they're all being sued for this Ponzi scheme. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, $15 billion got wiped off of the motherfucking plate just like that. You know what I mean? They lost their whole fortune, the Brady's, right? They lost their whole fortune, right? And, his wife left his ass, you know what I'm saying? So she must have knew something was going wrong before the news reported it, because her ass is up out of there, and this nigga got to still play football to motherfucking pay some of them bills, you know what I mean? Because his shit got wiped out, right? His shit got wiped out. So Sam was running around Washington, right? Buddying up with the Clintons, right? Yeah, Steph Curry, right? They all getting hit with the motherfucking lawsuit because they got, you know, they was a part of that Ponzi scheme. Right? Yes, his parents, Sam's parents are well connected. They all he's out of MIT, they're out of Stanford, they're lawyers, of course, small hats, you guessed it, you know, and his girlfriend, her parents are connected. So we're just dealing with how these people always been doing their things. It's all in-house family business. The Biden family is criminals. The Trump family are criminals. The Kennedy were criminals. Like the Bushes are criminals. The Clintons are criminals. You know, do you see a pattern here? Let's hope Malia and the little fucking Obamas don't go the route of the Baroness from Cobra Commander type. Let's hope they don't turn into fucking human traffickers and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm rooting for Malia. So this shit right here, yes, Nancy stepped down today. Nancy Pelosi stepped down, and her husband got his shit cracked the other day, right? Her husband got his shit cracked the other day. Somebody came to the crib, I believe, and hit his ass with a hammer, right? His investigation is going to unfold soon. They're going to see how dirty both of them were with the insider trading. This whole house of cards is coming the fuck down. I say all of that to say that this whole shit been a scam from the beginning. They all are in on it. Do not, I repeat, do not sell your motherfucking soul. Don't sell your babies to them. Don't sell your orifices to them. Pull out while you can and stop chasing that motherfucking white rabbit. Because you going down with them. And we out of life jackets, niggas. We out of them. You going down with them. You're going to be sleeping with Namor and them, nigga. The ship is motherfucking sinking. How about that? Okay? The shit is sinking. You know what I mean? If you niggas had Bitcoins, you should have been cashed them out and came up. You know what I'm talking about? For all of you niggas that's catching FOMO because you didn't get a fucking Bitcoin, the shit been out since 08. Have a fucking seat, nigga. This ain't for you. This is just the conversation. You was late to the party. Just admit it. You know what I mean? Catch on to something new. You late to the party. That boat been sailed and shipped away. You know what I mean? That fucking shuttle took off a long time ago. If you wasn't on from 2012, 11, or 13, that's conversation wasn't even for you. You hobnobbing, you know what I mean, in your H&M suit trying to catch a Bitcoin in 2020 some odd. No, nigga, it's too late. It's too late. You're just cannon fodder at this point, nigga. And you're part of these Ponzi schemes. You know? Yeah, the game is rigged. The game is rigged. You understand? The same thing that homie was trying to tell you. You niggas need to apologize to Ye. Ye was right. White lives does matter to you niggas. You understand? I could look back and just pay attention to the behaviors of Negroes. White lives matter to them. For Shaquille O'Neal and all of these niggas capping for the small hats, white lives matter. LeBron, white lives matter. You might as well wear the t-shirt. So this whole theater, they're setting up the theater. This is called the political theater. It is going to keep you glued to your phone, your tablet, and your television, right? Because it's going to go crazy. Trump, until his ass croaks, he's gonna go in DEFCON 3 mode. He's gonna say some outlandish shit. He's been waiting for the opportunity to give you niggas his new stand-up routine and some new fucking jokes that he's been working on. And motherfuckers gonna eat it up. There are a lot of players that are going to enter stage left. Prepare for that. Yes, troll season is right around the corner. Meme magic, chaos magic season is right around the corner. Man, preserve your energy and don't get caught up in that toilet bowl. Please, we got work to do. Let these people, I won't even say mandingo wrestle. You know what I'm talking about? Let these motherfuckers, I don't know, let's see. What's the opposite of mandingo wrestle? You know what I mean? Let the White Walkers do what the White Walkers do. You dig? Let them stay out of their business. You know what I'm saying? Make jokes, because laughter is better than crying. We can make jokes of it, but there's work that we need to decide, are we gonna really start focusing on ownership, and what does it look like, right? And where does it begin? Because it's doable, it's very doable, right? But we have to fall underneath something that we can all agree on. Yes, the Federal Reserve is coming with a digital dollar, and that is going to kill a lot of the crypto that we used to know. That market, that window is closed. That era from 08, that run from 08, I would say, to right now, that's the bookmarking of a whole fucking run. This moving forward, crypto and all of that, from this point, it's a new baby. It's going to be brand new. It's going to be something different than what you saw before. I think this is the bubble, and that bubble is now bursting. Okay? That bubble is now bursting. You dig? So we owe Ye an apology, you know, because he's going up against more than some of you niggas could ever handle in your life. You know what I mean? I don't even think that you built like that. You know, no disrespect, but you got to be built to go through certain things. And he's built for some of this shit that he's been through. We don't give him the credit for that. We clown him, ridicule him. And some people secretly admire him and like, you know, they say they got the vitriol because they want to be like him. I've seen this before. I've seen this movie before. I've seen what they did to MJ. You feel me? It was disgusting. And then I seen how they bandwagon and started D-Rodding as soon as he was in the grave, because it's safe to sleep with the corpse. You know what I mean? These niggas are necromancers. They'll make love to your corpse, but they won't give you none when you're alive. So let's check this out. Tucker Carlson, and this is no way by any means an endorsement on this Peckerwood. You know what I mean? I don't rock with none of them at all. You know, but we're in theater, you know what I mean? And this is news. So we shared news reports. I'm unbiased. You know what I'm talking about? I'm unbiased. I'm not voting for none of you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm giving out the information because I'm going to let the information speak for itself. You know, I wish I could have put a melanated, you know what I mean, Trevor Noah, one of these weird looking niggas, but they're not doing the fucking homework. These are real puppets for real. These are horrible puppets, bro. You know how much opportunities niggas missed out on in the last 3 years to be some great journalists?
There are a lot of celebrities out there campaigning for Democratic candidates all over the country. You probably saw them, actors, singers, TikTok personalities, all doing their part for the Democratic Party. You probably weren't surprised by this. It's normal. Pop culture figures always support Democrats. Every single one of them. But have you ever wondered why all of these supposedly creative people reach exactly the same conclusion every time? They're all on the same page. How could that happen? It's an interesting question. We don't know the answer, but you should consider what happened when one of the most famous singers in the world broke with the herd. On November 19th, 2016, a week and a half after Donald Trump won the presidential election, Kanye West, now known as Ye, held a concert in Sacramento. Most people in the audience were, of course, young people and presumably Hillary Clinton voters, and presumably deeply disappointed by her loss a week and a half before. So in the middle of the show, West stopped performing and started talking about politics. Google lied to you, he said, by suggesting to its users that Hillary was going to win. Quote, Facebook book lied to you. I'm not here to massage you with a fake truth telling you that Hillary's going to win over and over and over. You were lied to by Google. You were.
So this was in November of 2016. We're just going through the timeline. What this dude right here is breaking down is the timeline of the spiral, right? When things all went bad, right? Because a lot of us tend to forget because, God damn it, we are going like this. We're in the Nebuchadnezzar, whatever spaceship that we're in collectively, this motherfucking globe, whatever it is spinning fast. And we tend to forget, you know, it's almost a blur. So it's hard for us to differentiate what year something happened, what month, you know, so that's what these are for, you know what I mean, to remind us. So yeah, let's continue.
Lied to by Mark Zuckerberg. Middle America, West continued, showed you how they felt. Well, at this point, some of the audience began to boo, but West kept going. He complimented Donald Trump repeatedly. At one point, he used the phrase, "Make America Great Again." It was, to put it mildly, not the kind of thing you normally hear at a rap concert. And then, 2 days later, Kanye West was in the hospital. Well, at the house of his family's exercise trainer, a man called Harley Pasternak, West apparently suffered some kind of mental break. Pasternak called an ambulance to pick him up. West was taken away, and then he was sedated with at least 7 different psychiatric medications, including benzodiazepines, lithium, sleeping pills, and olanzapine. News reports suggested that West had experienced a...
Who remembers, and I gotta pause it for the copyright purpose. I can't let the shit play all the way through, right? Before Tucker Carlson fucking owns the channel. Who remembers when this happened and when Ye went down? I did a show on Brother Rich's channel, Black Magic 363, and I've done a few shows on this channel where I repeatedly spoke about this incident as being the time that he got renditioned, right? And they performed what is known as behavior modification, okay? MK Ultra, right? On him, and he's never been the same. And he's been trying, he's been trying to claw back, right? Who's ever heard the stories of the coffins that had claw prints when they opened up the coffins and there were scratch prints all over the coffins, right? People who were buried alive, right? Waking up and trying to get out of their coffin, right? That's an analogy to him waking up, right? Trying to claw his way out of the coffin, trying to climb from the sunken place, right? Trying to get back to normalcy, right? Once you stop taking the meds and you start remember, putting yourself back together, right? This is where my empathy comes in for this man, right? Because he's not the same person anymore.
Profound psychiatric episode. He'd gone completely off the deep end. He'd gone crazy, and they've been saying that ever since. West, over time, though, told a very different story. In his telling, after what he'd said on stage in Sacramento, Harley Pasternak was trying to shut him up. Pasternak, he said, was not simply a trainer, but instead an agent of ideological control. Pasternak's job was to keep West from straying from the script, and he's willing to use powerful drugs to do it. That's what he said. But very few people took that claim seriously. In fact, it was exactly the kind of thing a crazy person would say. My trainer drugged me into submission. He's trying to make me into a zombie. Right. Sure he did. Have another olanzapine shot, Kanye. You look tired. So that's where the story stood until the other day. Nobody believed Kanye West. Then West posted something remarkable on Twitter, which for some reason virtually all of American media ignored, which is odd because media outlets are not usually in the business of ignoring remarkable things, but they did. And what he posted was a picture of a text exchange that he had had with Harley Pasternak. Pasternak was explaining that West had better stop saying, quote, crazy stuff. In other words, he'd better get back on script, or else he would be severely punished. Quote, second option, if you don't shut up, quote, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. end quote.
That's fighting words.
Try if you can to imagine a more sinister threat than that, a more chilling threat than that. Do what I say or I will turn your brain to mush. I will destroy your relationship with your own children. I will send you back to, quote, zombie land forever. Effectively, I'll kill you. Now, keep in mind, this is from West's, quote, trainer, not his physician. This is the guy he'd hired to help him do squats. A trainer? Really? Do they talk like that at your gym? Probably not. So what's going on here exactly? Well, according to his bio, Harley Pasternak, who is not denied writing these texts, once worked for the Canadian military, where he participated in experiments that measured the effect of various drugs on the human mind. Is that training relevant to this story? We don't know. We do know that based on this text exchange, which again, Harley Pasternak has not said is untrue or fake, on the basis of that, law enforcement agencies definitely ought to be looking very closely at Harley Pasternak, who, by the way, apparently has dozens of other celebrity clients, some of whom seem to be out there campaigning. Based on these texts, this looks like a crime. Why is no one investigating it? The fact that no one is investigating it tells you a lot.
So,
to this day,
I got the interview with Harvey talking about how he's basically Canadian, right? And admitting to all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That is the smoking gun. It's more to it, of course, but you know, that's all I needed to see. You know what I mean? The cat is coming out of the bag. You know, these are things that are usually very well tucked and hidden in these Hollywood circles, especially from a celebrity of such a caliber of a Ye or a Kanye West. I haven't never recalled seeing a Britney Spears, you know, any one of these A-listers, you know, lay it all out like that. They usually get close, but then they get cut down in their attempts to expose. But he's been very successful in you know, waking a lot of people up and pulling the motherfucking the covers back, bro. You know, I want to go put hands on Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I personally want to go ahead and you know, and fix his toupee for him. You know what I mean? Because I don't appreciate the level of disrespect that he's levying against legends. You know what I'm saying? It's something that doesn't sit right with me. But you know, it just gives you an idea of what we're up against, right? Remember, what is being shown to me, that we need security. Those of us that are in these quote unquote roles, or those of us that are certain type of caliber, it's the lack of security. If Ye had a security that would shoot off of a head nod, that motherfucker wouldn't have called the police. You know what I'm talking about? Or if he would have called the police, the security would have got him up out of there. That part, like, I need shooters around me all day. You know what I mean? You know, we need protection. We're vulnerable, especially amongst our frenemies, like the sister that went on a vacation and got killed, right? People are surrounded by Jews and whatnot. You understand? Scorpio, Mars is in retro. We could see you niggas. It's all coming out. It's all coming out. Real quick, I want to say thank you, Siddiqui, Derica, Jeff, Brian, Chris, Nicholas, Chris the Queen, Max, Traquan, BB, all right, Ella, Kalola, Mike, EJ, Reggie, Alan, Erica, Jerome. All of these birthday cash apps are definitely giving me something to smile about, you know, and something to be very thankful and grateful. I'm very, very grateful for the respect and the appreciation that y'all show me. I don't depend on Google. I don't depend on no checks from YouTube. I don't depend on no checks from none of these platforms. You know what I mean? I would feel like a nasty whore the way I talk about them if they was out here cutting checks for me to talk about them. You know what I mean? So they doing what they supposed to do by not monetizing, no super chat, none of that. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Stay on their motherfucking necks and stay true to this goddamn mission and tell the truth underneath all conditions by any means necessary. Nobody's gonna stop me from talking my truth. You know what I mean? That's my superpower. You know, the day that they muffle me or the day that they muzzle me is the day that they motherfucking checkmate me. You know what I mean? My superpower is in my throat chakra and being able to speak the truth unapologetically, you know what I mean, without fear. Okay? Without motherfucking fear, telling these motherfuckers what it is versus what it's not. And if we have more people out there like that, we would be collectively, imagine if we had 100 yays in the industry. Imagine if we had 10 yays. Imagine if we had 50 Kyries and whatnot. Black men grabbing their motherfucking nuts and just standing on something. You don't have to be confrontational. You could talk the truth and show your motherfucking cavities and the back teeth that are missing. You could smile in these people's face. You understand? You could speak the truth while playing motherfucking Tetris, nigga. You don't have to, you don't owe nobody no apology. You don't got to start, but no, you don't got to do none of that. None of it. No emotions. You don't owe nobody nothing. I promise you. That's something that they don't teach us. That's something that they don't encourage us to know. But I'm here to let you know, man, tap the fuck in, bro. I promise you, on the other side of that stress, on the other side of that limit is some freedom, my nigga. I promise you, it's some freedom. Take your energy back. Speak it out loud, right? I summon my energy back. I summon my light back to me. I call my light back to me. You got to call your light. You got to call your courage. You got to call all of these things. You got to call your chi back to you that you've been giving out unknowingly, just throwing it out there and whatnot. Summon your powers back. Say it out motherfucking loud. Affirm that shit. I promise you. You be surprised. You be surprised. Yeah, your I am. Shout out to Black Dot and Malcolm and whatnot. I'm going to be rocking my I am hoodie as soon as I get it in the mail. They doing big things over there at Urban X. You dig? So real quick, I just want to show y'all some of the new merch. We'll have this in Charlotte. We got some hoodies and whatnot with my artwork. I'm very happy. Let me play this commercial real quick, and then we'll be right back.
It's a movie. Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts.
It's a movie. Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts.
To this day. To this day.
To this motherfucking day. How about that? Yeah, so real quick, let me turn this off. Boom. So yeah, we got the hoodies on deck. You know, it's hoodie season. Let me know how these look. This is the artwork. Start getting cold out here in the A, my niggas. It was like, I went to the studio last night, driving home, it was 25 fucking degrees. But it was like 5 a.m., but it was cold as hell. For the family in Charlotte, these is exclusives. Like I said, this is a capsule. I'm only doing 100 hoodies. After that, I do no more. You know what I mean? You know, limited supply. You know what I'm saying? Limited supply. So, you know, you got the artwork on the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Shit is fire. You know, all original drawings. This is coming, my comic book series. We will be putting that out in 2023. Looking for some animators so we can start making this shit move and whatnot. Yeah, man. I got more, but you know, I got more. Yeah, Kyrie's coming back on Sunday. I wouldn't even play, bro. I wouldn't even fuck that. I wouldn't even go back to the Knicks. Oh, I got these too. These are short sets. This is the top. It's a hoodie. And then we got the bottoms and whatnot. Boom. For you niggas that want to get some shit. You live in the Bahamas, you still wearing shorts? Yeah, we got that in the gray. And then we got that. So I'm bringing all of this with me because, like I said, Facts Friday is like Black Friday. So it's going to be a lot of shit on sale, merch-wise. We're going to have a lot of stuff. We're going to have jewelry, merch, you name it. It's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Roy Honcho, hit me up. You feeling that? Yeah. Yeah, hit me up. You following me on the gram, just hit me on the DM and whatnot. Yeah. You going with the Moorish flag? Yeah, I mean, get it and put the flag on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you do, man. You know, make it yours. Make it personal. Make it yours. That's how you do it. Make that shit yours. I'll give you the basis of it. You just tweak it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So like I said, it's good to be back on the channel. Definitely am happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely glad to be back. You know, it's always a party when we pull up and we together. Yeah, but let me get my notes and shit together. Melanin Monday will have some more information to present. You know what I mean? I'm sure that there'll be some interesting things to talk about. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. This new cycle is feeding us. You know what I mean? We almost need some CNN type shit going on. We need a 24-hour cycle because this shit is coming. The news is coming very fast. You know, when is Facts going to be available on a streaming platform? I had a date in front of me. I'll let you know because it's part of a project that we're doing with Source Guard. So it's going to be a part of that project. So when that project gets released, then the single will be released with it. You know what I mean? For right now, you could basically tap in on it on Black Magic's 363. Get the numbers up. Let the numbers, because all of that Spotify. I'm telling you, y'all, I these streaming platforms all the way up to Tidal. Like I listen to YouTube music here and there, but I don't like none of them platforms because I don't like their business model and I do not like what they're doing to the artists and whatnot. I like the accessibility, but I hate what the fuck they're doing in terms of paying the talent slave wage labor, the peanuts. It's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, the track is definitely fire. I appreciate that. It's horrible, bro. So it's almost like a protest. I don't even want my shit nowhere on their platforms like that. You feel me? I don't even want it there. But that's a whole nother situation. Yeah. Carolinas, North Carolinas, Charlotte. We in the building. We looking for you. Okay? That part. And if there's anything else, yeah. Let me think if there's anything else. Can we still get the video of the art class from last week? If you were, the replay is available. If you're if you bought the ticket, if you was in class, all you got to do is go back to KTL University. This class you're talking about, right? If you go back to whatever your email is, just click on it. The replay will play. The replay is available. It was available the next day. So everybody that was in the art class, if you haven't seen the replay, oh Lord, go and dive in on that, tap in on that. Go and do your research, go and do your homework. Because I believe AA gave you a homework assignment, and dive in, my niggas. That information is just sitting there. You need to go and play that. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. Go play that. That's there, bro. It's there for you. Happy birthday. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Is your dig? Should we be sober these days? Yes. You gotta have your head on swivel. I be fighting the urge to get smoked out, you know what I mean? To just get like 3 ounces of some fucking rapper weed and just blow my brains, and be sitting around shit-faced and whatnot. I don't even do shrooms like that these days. Like, I'm not really trying to be, caught out there, and I'm definitely not trying to be outside and be high as a kite type shit. If I'm gonna do that, it'll be behind closed doors. But I don't fuck with the spirits. I might fuck with some champagne or some bubbly or some wine, but I don't do the hard liquor. I don't really do the GMO weed like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wesley Muhammad. We're scheduled to have Wesley next Wednesday. If y'all want to tap in with KTL Media, we're going to be interviewing the one and the only Wesley Muhammad this Wednesday coming up. Okay. And Wesley goes in. He's a fucking scientist and he is a scholar for real. So we're going to be digging in and deep diving and tapping into a lot of shit going on. And I look forward to that interview. But yeah, man, intoxication, no. Defocalization, sometimes, but not really. I'm not pushing that, especially right now in this retrograde. I'm just on some sober shit. You feel me? Like, I promise you, I'm on some sober shit, bro. What weed classifies as GMO, Zaza, rapper weed, that's GMO, bro. That ain't real. Niggas is smoking every single flavor in Baskin Robbins. Like, that's all GMO. That's lab created. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. Should have you feeling a type of way, Should have you feeling a type of way, I'm good on that, Yeah, and Pooh not even on the weed like that. He don't do shrooms like that. He's just on his energy work. Maybe you want to tap into Tai Chi. You might want to explore Tai Chi, yoga, you know what I mean? A certain type of deep breathing and shit, Just try out some new things, because remember, moderation is the key. Some of us have been smoking for 20 years. Some of us are smoking for 30 years. We might be smoked out. So it might be time to try something out that could stimulate us. You know what I'm saying? Moderation is key. Give your lungs a motherfucking break. You know what I'm saying? Give your brain a break. Let certain neurons grow back. And to be honest with you, the plant-based experience with the psilocybins have a more healthier effect in hindsight than the marijuana for me. Like when the next day after a shroom trip, I could feel my brain healing. And what I mean by healing, certain type of synapses, neuroplasticity, like when you bust a nut, you know what I mean? Or when you know, all of that shit, you know, your brain is going to be affected by shit like that. Like you could be burning bridges per se. Like you could be, you know, you know, certain type of synapses and shit like that is being fucking erased. You know, stress, you know, all kind of shit could fuck with your brain and the connectivity of your brain and your neural pathways and whatnot. The shrooms or the psilocybins or the medical mushrooms, they help to restore. So a person such as myself and my age bracket, I'm about restoration and preventative shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time to experiment. I don't got time to try to figure this shit out. Like, that's what my 20s were for. So I would go and do some nootropics. Go and research nootropics, brain food. Remember the limitless pill? That would fare better for you. That would fare better. And like I said, I still burn it down. Like don't let me get up here and act like I'm fucking I'm a non-smoker now. I still burn it down, but it's occasional based. You know what I mean? Like I'll do it on occasions. You know what I'm saying? Just not walking around smoking fucking weed like that. Like that don't do it for me. So with that being said, hopefully that information that we just shared could be beneficial to somebody on their quest or their journey to do something different or to try something different. Who knows? You know, everybody is encouraged to follow their heart, but definitely practice moderation in whatever you do. Do I do microdoses? Yeah. Let me show you. They look like that. You know what I mean? Little pills. But I also do the tea. You know what I'm talking about? I also do the tea. You know? And the tea is lit. It's 3 grams. Tea is lit. I tell you, boy, it have your body feeling different. Yeah, the Mike Tyson natural wraps is the bomb. I smoke that. Them shits is lit. Phew. I like that. I think it was like rice paper or something. I do this too. This is hemp. This is a melanated company. They have sent me a whole bunch of them. These are hemp wraps. These are good. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. It's been interesting. Yeah, the tea, we call it boomy tea. You know, we call it the boomy tea. What's the proper way to practice semen retention, Red? I'm struggling with that. Shit. Man, when you cutting something, when you inside the box, you just got to think about, like, you know, I don't know. Think about the world's tallest woman or some shit. I think about a bear, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take your mind off of the pleasure. You know what I mean? This is you in the dojo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, retaining that fucking nut, my nigga. Like, that's martial arts. You know what I'm talking about? That's martial arts. Boomy tea. Boom, like BOOM. You know, we call it the boomy tea. Yeah. You dig? I also do honey with the shrooms, like the ones that you chew. I put the honey on top of it, and then I, you know, it makes it the chewing shit better. I went to a ceremony and they had they did that. They had the 2 grams and then they had the honey on it, and that shit, I just mashed it like it was peanut butter sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, pause. What I said, what did I said that was pause worthy? Lord have mercy. Yeah, so we're gonna leave it on a fact song and whatnot. I appreciate everybody in the building tonight, all of the cash apps, the birthday wishes. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all make me feel appreciated, and I appreciate you for that. You know what I mean? KTL University, if you want to get that replay with me and AA Rashid, the art class, that shit was fire. You dig? Manuka, honey, Manuka. I gotta look into the Manuka. You know what I'm saying? The Manuka. You know, that part. But yeah, man, we will be back, inshallah, on Monday. More information, more news, more announcements, more good news. You know what I'm saying? More come ups. And yeah, that part. All right. Y'all stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you in the A, this strong in. Ooh, let me show you something. I almost forgot. Take you right here. Boom. This is gonna be fire. Me and Blue Pill. I think we're performing our music at this 3rd annual Revolutionary Healing Friendsgiving Festival. All right, Queen Yosanda. She's gonna be doing this. This is gonna be beautiful. Come enjoy horseback riding, a children's village, author's village, various healing sessions with nationwide presenters and performers. There'll also be a cultural exhibition and performances. There will be a fireside chat with acclaimed authors, leaders, and healers, vendors and food vendors from various cultural backgrounds, indigenous exhibits and storytelling, puppet shows, and bouncy houses, right? And we're going to be at Wilkerson Mill Park, which is 15 minutes from the ATL airport. Revolutionary Healing will host their 3rd annual Friendsgiving Festival. The theme is friendships of all walks of life. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, November 20th, right? Sunday, November 20th, right? It's free 99. Sunday, November 20th. Pull up. It's going to be a movie. All right. A lot of people are involved in this. You dig? A lot of people are involved in this. This is going to be real big. I went to this in 2020. I brought my daughter with me. It was a great experience. I promise you. You know, horse. I was on a horse. You know what I'm saying? We was on a horse. We was chilling. You know what I mean? We was walking barefoot through the stream and shit like that on some Davy Crockett shit, like that part. You know what I mean? And then the next 7 days from then, right? The next 7 days from then, we're going to be doing this right here in Charlotte. You know what I mean? Facts Initiative Tour. Both of these events are on Eventbrite. You know what I mean? We're offering streaming services for this one here, and we want y'all to be there in the flesh. Master teachers Red Pillar 44, Blue Pillar 44, along with author Survey and rising musician Source Guard, land in Queen City for the 3rd stop on the F.A.C.T.S Initiative Tour. F.A.C.T.S is an acronym for food, art, clothing, technology, and shelter. Join us as we bring solutions and connect the people. You dig? General admission tickets are for physical entrance and live streaming online.
To this day!
North Carolina.
To this day!
And then on that Sunday, we're going to be doing brunch, bonfire, and bars. Brunch, bonfire, and bars. All right. That's going to be fire as well. You know, hold on. Let me pull that up just to show y'all, you know, what's going on. So we know to this day. brunch, bonfire, and bars. Okay. That's going to be in North Carolina, Yadkinville. You feel me? This is going to be, come join us for fellowship, great food, networking, and a powerful lecture by the Master Pillars, Red and Blue Pill. This event is live streaming as well. General admission is equivalent to general admission. The live stream link will be emailed directly to purchasers. And that will be, this is going to be on Sunday, November the 27th, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right. And we'll have merch on deck. And we going to be on deck. We the merch. We're going to have everything on deck. We'll be in the building. And we look forward to seeing the anybody who's interested in being a part of that. Okay. So with that being said, let us end this tonight with the F.A.C.T.S anthem. All right. Shout out to all of the F.A.C.T.S team. I look forward to seeing y'all in a few days so we can make more movies. All right. Peace.
It's a movie. F.A.C.T.S.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. F.A.C.T.S. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope with your knowledge, a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people.
Whoop. Shit freezing a little bit. We gotta bring that back. Shit freezing a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope with your knowledge, a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. F.A.C.T.S. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, parted for biscuits. Father to F.A.C.T.S, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, okay.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land.
Out of my hit list, moving the.
They said bring it back.
Fuck it, we gon' put this show on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, parted for biscuits. Father to F.A.C.T.S, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, okay.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back.